MrBeast time. So there's been some videos uploaded about MrBeast recently. I'm doing a slop on one tonight as well. So you might have seen this video from Soggy, The Truth About MrBeast and Dogpack, which is a video like mostly defending Mr. Breast. And then you've got the Ratchet, that's not the one. Then you've got Investigating MrBeast, which is obviously talking about his crypto scam. There's some very serious stuff there. But okay, so I want to be fully transparent here. MrBeast DM'd me, right? And keep in mind, I don't think I've ever spoken to him before in my life. This is the first time he reached out to me, so I'll show the DM on stream. So I've followed... So just so you can see it's legit, I am doing a Pyro live on this tonight, by the way, where I'm going to show the actual DMs like in full and stuff like that. But I don't have Twitter on my PC because I would just be on it all day. I refuse to use it on PC. I just have it on my phone, which is probably even worse. But yeah, so you can see he's the third one. Wait, am I going to show anything bad? No, I'm not. Okay. So he's the third. Wait, let me cover it.
Finally,
he's
another
the third
Soro
one
stream.
Down there.
Please splatter your thick pot slop into my face.
You can see there. Please don't do the P dono. I'm skipping that. Stop that. So you can see him below two people I'm currently trying to commission. Mental illness. But yeah, basically, so I followed MrBeast since forever on Twitter, right? And he never actually followed me back. So he then actually followed me yesterday or the day before yesterday, and he basically he linked me this Soggy video. He basically said there's been a lot of disinformation around me these past few months, and I feel like Soggy did a good job hitting a lot of it with facts.
What do you think will happen first?
Hang on. I know that's 50, bro. I'm sorry. I'll come back to it in a sec. There's been a lot of disinformation about me these past few months, and I feel like Soggy did a good job hitting a lot of it with facts. Would love if you covered it. So that's him. I will go to that dono in a second, I promise. So that's him basically saying that, right? I'm going to show this like properly in the video and stuff, just so you don't think it's like BS or anything. And then I basically said to him, I'll probably stream my reaction to it tomorrow. Do I have permission to show this DM conversation of you asking me to check it out on stream? And then he said, I'd rather not. But if you feel it necessary, it's up to you. Appreciate you covering it. So you can see there. So, hang on. Show it. Oh my god, my fat face. Focus on the phone. Focus on the phone. Focus on the phone. Okay, there you go. You still probably can't see it as good, but yeah. So yeah, the reason why I'm showing that DM, even though it'll probably never get leaked, is just like, you know, complete transparency. Because obviously I don't want to react to this video and then come across as like a complete MrBeast glazer, you know? And then it's like, oh, he's asked me to watch it. I can't say a bad thing about my good friend Jimmy, you know? But again, like, I'm not business partners with the guy. I'm not friends with him. I think that's the first interaction I've had with him in like my entire career, is him basically reaching out to me. He's a glazer. Well, I just didn't want it to get twisted like the whole Ludwig thing. Because if you remember, like, he was playing softball with the original MrBeast accusations. Like, real softball tier stuff. So I want to go over this and just see what all the fuss is about.
Shut up, Twink.
That's $100. I can't even skip that because he gave me $100. L in chat. MrBeast paid you off. Yeah, no, he did. Oh, yeah, guys, by the way, I didn't include... I cropped it out, but there was actually a bit where he said straight after he'll send me 50,000 Bitcoin if I cover it, okay? I did actually fail to include that part. But yeah, I don't know. I just think it's good to be transparent about this stuff. I mean, people are still going to label me as like being paid off and as a glazer, but I just think it's good to be transparent. And you could tell that he wasn't really comfortable with me showing the DM, but it's kind of like, my hands are tied, I guess. Yeah, go on. Thank you for the 100, Anonymous. Right, let me replay Ash's $50 dono.
Pyro, what do you think will happen first? MrBeast being cancelled to the Shadow Realms or Half-Life 3 being officially announced? I'm starting to think it might be the latter.
Thank you, Ash, for the 50. Definitely the latter.
You should check out the channel Neural Viz. They use AI to create actual interesting series that is an inverse Ancient Aliens.
Neural
The
Viz?
America video is hilarious. Watch it quick before Wendy Goon or Charlie talk about it. I rather you not get sloppy seconds.
Neural Viz. Okay, I'll check that out. Thanks for the 10. Right, let's get into this. But yeah, obviously all the context is there. I've shown the DM and stuff. I'm probably going to get absolutely flamed for that. But again, I just feel like in a situation like this, it's really important to be transparent.
Hi Pyro, looking forward to Feck's slop video. The story is genuinely interesting. I suggest watching Wang's video for the full story. P's surprised you haven't covered HL2 20th birthday.
Oh, I'm gonna cover that as well, Jim. Thank you for the 10.
Welcome back, Pyro.
Thank you, Mike, for the 10. Thank you, Pasto, for the
Slop time
2 gifted.
To the trough, little piggies. To the trough.
Thank you, Tessie, for the 10. To the trough, little piggies.
There is a teaser trailer for a direct continuation of Shipwrecked on Squeaked Corga's channel. I recommend watching it at some point at least.
Nice. Will you play mouthwashing? Probably. Stop spamming, young man, or I'll time you out. Right, let's get into it.
Yes. You're pushing back on everything that we're saying. So what?
Well, because you're trying to fire me, and I want to work at this company.
I'm the CEO of
Thank you, Pasto, for the 5 gifted.
this company. If I'm talking, don't interrupt.
And I've been trying to get to this point.
Thank you, Lorraine, for joining.
MrBeast for a long time. Can I please have a second chance?
You were the manager of Dawson, or Dogpack 404.
I was the manager of Dogpack 404 for a time being.
If you had to describe the working conditions when Dawson was working with you in ideation with one word, what word would it be?
I would say it was depressing.
The war crime stuff, that was a joke. Why did you make that joke?
Actively right now, by the videos that Dawson is making, he is actively hurting the philanthropy that is helping thousands and millions of lives.
Oh, so you want to cheaply manipulate people by imitating content?
One thing I do want to point out about this video, by the way, as well.
Hello Pyro, I am the one who sent Todono about the psych ward. I can't send a picture as it goes against patient privacy and shit, but I can do a room tour. Embarrassed smiley face.
Yeah, do a room tour, Alex, if you can do that. It'd be kind of funny if you get a picture of the projector, but fair enough.
Danish Femcel here. I never really chat at all in your Discord or in chat.
Danish
but
Femcel.
I always love watching all the slop vids and listen to you on stream. I think you're really great and funny. Oh shit, that was too nice. The chat mob is here.
Thank you, Jabui, for the 10. Thank you, Pastro, for the 20.
Hey Byro, Snake from MG's3 here. Wanted to thank you again for the meet and greet. Didn't know you were actually this friendly, Earl.
Thank you, One Kick Rick. Oh, you were the one dressed up as Snake? No, that cosplay was sick. Yeah, thanks so much for coming down. Thank you, Sum for the 3. Thank you. Okay, Pasto. Okay. Pasto, I want to say 100% you're a poor and you're using the Romanian exploit, or you're a billionaire. Which one is it? I'm leaning towards him being a poor, and he's using a VPN for that goddamn Romanian exploit to get 20 gifted subs for 1 penny. Guaranteed. Anyway. Right. The point I was trying to make is, and I'm going to get stopped a lot by donos and stuff, but obviously people are paying and stuff. I want them to feel like they're not wasting their money. I wanted to say, this video was actually originally titled Content Cop MrBeast, which I find to be pretty funny. But now, obviously, it's been changed to The Truth About MrBeast because Dogpack and Soggy both basically are dressing up as a cop because of Content Cop, which I find really funny because even though iDubbbz has moved away from Content Cop and he said himself it's not the content he likes anymore, he's still, like, it still has, like, legacy to it, right? That people are still, like, running with that bit. Isn't it crazy to think as well, like, TikTok new gens would have no idea, like, what Content Cop is? Like, it's not in, like,
You should check out the new Minecraft teaser thing. Does not look half bad.
Thank you, Eric, for the 10. Thank you, Annan, for the 10. Sorry, you did a dono with the Dagoff TTS. It didn't come through. Thank you, Fanis, for the 28 months. Yeah, 20 gifted is crazy. Wait, let me check the earnings to see if it's, like, a bit or not, because it might actually be real. There's a way to check your earnings, I'm pretty sure, like, midstream, to see if it's bait or not. Okay, it just went at $1 and he gifted 20 subs. Yeah, he's doing the poor exploit. I love YouTube. I love YouTube. It's a great platform. There's no way to exploit it at all. Thank you, Pastro, for the 20 scams. Thank you, Recycled Cheshire, for joining as well.
Cop, I'll show you imitating content, cop.
What we do here is go back.
I remember in so many of the Content Cop intros, it always had Chad in the intro just running around like being fat and naked. Also, I know I'm waffling a bit, right? But like, isn't it crazy how like YouTubers will use songs and it is no longer a song. It is like their theme. Like whenever you hear this music, you think of iDubbbz.
Are you going to play 420 Blaze IT Game of the Year 2?
I am.
It's the sequel.
I am going to play that. Thank you, Epic Melon, for the 10. You Pastro for the 20 scams. Dude, I'm just gonna stop thanking you. I mean, no offense, but if you're gonna like take up the the notifications of other people by spamming $1, that's a little bit unfair. Eat the rich, also true. But yeah, I was making the point about how like you get like songs and stuff that are just like they're taken by YouTubers. I mean, like Whitewood's Beach Walk. If anyone listened to that, they don't think of the song. They just think, oh, Pyrocynical. The same as when people hear, oh, you know what is one that like people still think of me about? The OMFG Hello song for the 250k subs, the jumping off the bridge thing. I thought he was gonna go like head first into the bin. He actually looks a bit like Max Mofo from like certain angles. Oh, there we go. Yep, there's the bit. I also want to say as well, like American dollars, American bills just don't look like real money. It just looks like Monopoly money.
Hey my bowl of cereal, as most of you have probably guessed by now, this video won't just be about this alleged fraudulent and manipulative.
I missed 2016 Leafy, iDubbbz, and Pyro. 2016 Pyro was an edgy moron, I think. I don't really miss that part of me.
Asshole. It'll also be about this confirmed fraudulent and manipulative asshole, Dogpack404, also known as Dawson French, and his victims of manipulation. For the people who have not been exposed to his propaganda yet.
Okay, that's interesting. So he's saying that like Dogpack, he's not even like trying to rope in Rosanna Pansino and Jake Weddle. He's saying that they're victims of him.
Dogpack404 or Dawson.
Yeah, I do wonder if he'll go over the Jake Weddle stuff, because that was pretty bad. Like, that was so bad that MrBeast literally had to reach out to Jake and, like, apologize and offer, like, a cash sum. Thank you, Ghost Venson, for the 7 months.
French is an ex-MrBeast employee who worked there for about 3 weeks, and after being fired, made or worked on videos filled with lies about MrBeast. And I became suspicious of Dogpack404 after he called me overdramatic.
Personally, I would find the MrBeast in-depth.
Can we watch the Pyro N-word compilation after this?
I do like the same people that I meet in Germany at the meet and greet. They're so nice. And then as soon as you guys get back home to your computer, that's crazy. Everyone's saying yes. That's crazy. $10,000 and I'll do it. Wait, no, that's not enough. That's career suicide. $10 million. There we go. That's worth it. Yeah, but with all the uncertainty and refutability of specific proof right now, this could put me in both legal and financial trouble and ruin my entire channel, which I'm not looking forward to. Paying the kind person to call me overdramatic. Hey, I enjoy your content. I don't want to screw you over, which is why I'm being upfront about all this. However, I think you're being overdramatic, lol.
For not
Have you
to
watched the
spread
TV series From?
From be like, next episode. Previously on From, nothing happens. In the next episode, nothing happens.
accusations with
How is saying I did not want to make a video with unsubstantiated proof being overdramatic, lol.
unsubstantiated and easily refutable evidence. As well as because he tried to silence me with threats
Oh
of
god,
slander
this
after
guy
I
is
started
fucking Dutch.
Is he? He definitely has like a European accent, eh?
suspecting him of lying. So in this video, I will be debunking close to every accusation.
I just noticed in the background. So you've got, oh god, jeez, there's actually so many here. There's so many here. Never random subscribers, illegal lottery number 3, Feastables and healthier than Hershey's, fake 10 minutes video, meaningful FBI report, Delaware equals messed up nickname, 100 boys versus 100 girls rigged, lifetime dog food scam, moon
From the
scam.
screen to the ring to the PN to the king, where's my crown? That's my bling. Always drama when I ring C. I believe that if I see it in my heart, smash through the ceiling cause I'm reaching for the stars.
Thank you, Old. I like your name's Old and you're like reciting a dead bit. Come on, man. Just let KSI have his... Let KSI put his feet up in his millions of dollars apartment in peace. MrBeast suggests... can't say that word. Anime. Distributing cheese pizza. Videos are rigged. MrBeast committed war crimes. 7 days at sea faked. Signature fraud. Max Mansion. Greedy Mac. Child psychology. Ava Chris Tyson is a degen. I mean, a bit more than a degen, but alright. Fake Samsung giveaway, fake train versus pit, illegal lottery 1, car digitally lifted, no safety, LaQuia Hill, Jake Weddle, only employees, friends, family, local contestants, intentionally hired RSO, James Warren DVAB, luxurious production yacht, Feastables child labor, Mark Pate scammed, contestant 58
Is it
fakery.
snowing there yet?
No. No 24 people. $1 million wait, is it snowing? Actually, I can't even tell. $1 million giveaway. Chandler cousin illegal stream contestant, illegal lottery 2. Oh my god, fam, there is so much to go over here. Thank you, Squeaks, for the... Oh, is that actual Squeaks that made Shipwrecked? Yo, what's up, man? Hope you're doing good. Thank you for the 16 months. Thank you, Lake. Thank you, Lake Man, for the 5 months. Holy, your profile picture. Holy milkers. Wait. Yo! Chat, have you seen Lakeman's profile picture? Holy tatas. Oh my lord. Anyways. The man cries and the hawk tours. Right. Chandler cousin illegal stream. Yep. So we got... There's actually an insane amount, eh? This is like over 50. Wait. Yep.
He and the people he manipulated have made. But Soggy, are you going to glaze the MrBeast, Soggy? Are you going to dick ride the lunch?
This is... I don't know whether he's doing this intentionally, but this is exactly what iDubbbz did. And it's funny because iDubbbz would put on a funny voice, but this is like his actual normal voice. Thank you, Lockie, for the 9 months.
Imagine intentionally registered sex offender hiring MrBeast, Soggy. No. See, I think we can...
Yeah, that Delaware situation was really bad. For anyone that didn't know, the company basically hired like a registered sex offender. I assume the...
After post-nut clarity, I realized giving you 2 weeks worth of salary was not worth it.
It's okay, Lonely Goon. You give 3 times next week. I assume the cope they're gonna do...
Thank you for the good slop king. I watch these videos with my newborn baby. We both agree that MrBeast is a bigger degenerate than you.
Thank you, Andreas, the 10. You don't watch Pyrocynical with your newborn baby. I hope not. That's at the earliest stage of brain rot. What I'm thinking they're gonna do for the Delaware thing, they'll probably do a cope and basically say how, like, MrBeast didn't know. Because I do not see a reality here where that court document of him, like, being registered was fake. I don't see that happening. And then obviously you're leaning into the whole MrBeast was ignorant, not malicious. You know.
All agree that Lunchley, kinda cringe. Logan Paul KSI collab, kinda... That's a...
Hawk tour. Yeah, no, that Lunchley's cringe.
Yikes out of...
Feastables cringe.
of 10, okay? And the fucking mold situation, that is disgustingly messed up, and I'm never eating that shit in my life. But that doesn't mean that just because this spiteful, vengeful ghoul accuses MrBeast of intentionally hiring a registered sex offender, that he actually did. Yeah,
Thank you, Revenant, for the 12 months.
let's talk about the lies spun by Dogback and Jake Weddle, that MrBeast knowingly...
Yeah, I saw this one YouTuber, August the Duck, and he made a point basically saying that, what was it again? He went to a store that was selling Feastables. He made a dent on one of the boxes. He came back 2 weeks later. The box was still there. Like, they just didn't move at all.
He hired a registered sex offender, and while working at the company would refer to him by covert codename Delaware
Howdy
because
Pyro.
of the crimes he
I am
committed
currently building the Lego Jaws set while I have this live stream play in the background. Have a Hamilton.
Thank you, Sam, for the 10.
there, and as a result is not allowed to go back into the state of Delaware, and that MrBeast higher-ups are using that nickname.
Thank you, Trill Saber, for the 5. Yeah, apparently the whole Delaware thing came from a workplace joke that the crime was committed within Delaware.
Because they enjoy messed up insider jokes like that.
When I was there, they called him Delaware. He's like, why do you call him Delaware? I didn't know. Apparently they called him Delaware because he's not allowed to go back to Delaware. That's his nickname? Colloquially? Like, you know, yeah, it's Delaware. Don't ask him why, you know? You know that he knew, and because he'll be in videos, and whenever he is, he's wearing a mask.
Just saying that out loud makes it sound like a contrived side plot in a badly written Netflix series, since state banishments are extremely rare. Most recent one I found was a 1-year Kentucky banishment in the year 2000. Luckily, the real story is much more boring. See, according to a non-anonymous MrBeast employee, Dustin Harris, who has been working at MrBeast for about 6 years.
Hey, Starkey, I'm Dustin Harris. I've been working at Breast for about 6 years now. I saw your slop video. What? Why are we all calling it slop, man? Why are we all calling... This was my bit, by the way. This was my bit. Slop was my bit. Slop was my bit, then it was stolen by Dolan, and then everyone else stole it. Crazy. And I wanted to help set the record straight about some of the misinformation online. To be clear, I think there's a lot of fair criticism out there, but at this point, it's majority misinformation and slander, not just against Jimmy, but against the work I do and the work my colleagues do.
Went rogue because he couldn't stand Jimmy.
Bro made a word mainstream. Well, you know the whole, like, 3 views fell off? That came from the Pyrocynical subreddit. Because, like, meme channels basically said that was the first instance they could find.
Not responding to...
Oh, that's not even my bit. Like, people were roasting me with that bit and everyone else stole it.
All of the misinformation.
I'm pretty sure you stole it from Dolan, by the way. Hi Dolan. You forgot to log out your alt account, mate. Thank you, Mana Bone, for the 8 months.
Being spread about not just Jimmy or the MrBeast company, but also about his own friends and colleagues. Well, he explained that Delaware was once a store manager at Jimmy's local Best Buy, which, for the people who don't know, Best Buy is a $20 billion valued electronics retailer company with stores all over the US. I mean that when Jimmy was 19 and first started blowing up on YouTube...
Oh god, he looks like a fetus. Jesus Christ. And he has a Gucci shirt. I'm pretty sure it's a fake shirt, actually.
Jimmy realized he needed employees to improve his content, so as a dumbass, impulsive 19-year-old randomly thrown into fame, he went to his local Best Buy and asked its employees if they wanted to work for it, naively thinking that a multi-billion-dollar company would have at
Thank you, Nicholas, the 24.
least made sure to not hire criminals and especially to not hire a registered sex offender as store manager. 19-year-old MrBeast didn't do background checks.
Right, yeah, I called it. Okay, so they're going for the angle that he was basically incredibly irresponsible, not malicious. So they're basically trying to say that MrBeast didn't know that this guy was a sex offender. He hired him when he was 19, which is young. And then basically it was just something incredibly irresponsible and stupid. So yeah, it's not like a you're in the clear kind of thing. Like he's still majorly messed up there, definitely. But I think a lot of people were spinning it where it's like, oh, you had a sex offender and like you just like didn't care.
Was that stupid? Yes. Is Delaware a piece of shit? Yes. Should Jimmy take responsibility for making that mistake? Yes. But it wasn't this fucked up master plan by Jimmy to...
Yeah, I think the main takeaway from this is it's going to be like a morally grey thing, isn't it, really? Because it's like he didn't know, but at the same time, you know, it still happened.
Intentionally hire an RSO. It was a dumb mistake.
Where are the subtitles? Can't make out what this Scottish lady is saying. Are you on about me or him, bro?
By an inexperienced adolescent starting up a business.
Hi, Pyro. I'm the person that made the paper craft. Sorry if it's falling apart. No, it's not. I still have it. Where'd I put it? I literally still have it, like, right here. Where did I literally just put it down. Where did I put it, bro? Where did I put it? Okay, I've put it down. I've literally just... Oh, wait. No, here it is. Here it is. No, it's not... It's not falling apart. I still have it. I still have it, and it's really cool. Yeah, I love that. Thank you so much for making that, by the way. That was sick. I had to transport it in the box so it didn't fall apart.
And you don't need to take mine or Dustin's word
Pyro
for it. If someone did but a shred of research,
True,
you'd find this still publicly available, almost 7-year-old video on the MrBeast.
I also do want to say, I still do think that even if this video, like, you know, defends Jimmy in a lot of aspects, he definitely still has to do his own response video. 100%. Like, there's no way that you could, even if this guy, like, counters most things that Dogpack said, he definitely still has to do, like, his own response, I feel. Thank you, AtMew, for the 1 month. Not even for, like, a business standpoint, but just, like, a moral standpoint, if that makes sense. Because, obviously, you know, like, he has... I mean... His views have gone down a little bit as well since all the drama and stuff, so I guess it is from a business standpoint as well. But yeah, I do hope there is some kind of video, like, in the near future, like, acknowledging everything.
Channel where you can see Delaware as the Best Buy store manager.
He never will? Well, we don't know that. We don't know that.
Before he was hired at Mr.
I think it's like, I mean, I've seen people like Ludwig. Ludwig dropped him, right? Because they're like really close friends, like always calling each other. They might own businesses together and stuff. But like, I know that he dropped Feastables from being sponsored in his streamer games because of all the heat and stuff. And I feel like stuff like this, like this video, what's it on now? Yeah, it's on 500,000 in 2 days. Like, that's nothing compared to Dogpack's videos. So I feel like there's just... This is not going to make as much of a splash, and it's still going to leave that sour taste, so he'd basically have to do his own video as well.
MrBeast. And guess what nickname was embroidered on his Best Buy uniform? Delaware. Wow. Well, that was hard investigative research.
They called him Delaware.
I don't trust foreigners who talk about MrBeast. They always want rich American clout. I'm Samoan, so I should know.
Very normal dono there. Thank you. Let me disappear for the 10. Did MrBeast ever address the unsafe conditions? I just saw on Twitter the investigation that he did, like on his own company, the independent reviewers that he hired, and they found like no wrongdoing, but they just need like to have like a HR and stuff like that, and like an anonymous way for employees to make complaints without feeling pressured.
Not allowed to go back to Delaware. You know that he knew, and because he'll be in videos, and whenever he is, he's wearing a mask, and whenever he is, he's wearing a mask. He's wearing a mask.
I thought that was an actual KSI comment there, because the profile picture, I was like, what's he saying? What's he saying? Friendly fire. I think a sex offender with a mask on YouTube is crazy, and calling him Delaware because he's not allowed to go there, this is a new low.
For the people thinking
Sending
that he
this
still
dono
works
to
at
say
Mr.
hi to my cousin who is in chat. Hi, cousin.
Thank you, Druss. Happy Bunny for the 10. Hi, cousin.
Beast, no, he was fired over half a decade ago. Now, Dogpack, before you say something along the lines of, what about the recording we showed from a real MrBeast employee talking about Delaware? Do you really want me to go into detail about how you and your cronies tricked an employee into saying what you wanted him to say to support your lies, and then you guys
Hello,
recording?
Slopman. Have you seen the platform 2 yet?
No, I haven't. I kind of put it off. I watched like half of it, and then it kind of fell off.
Him and using that recording without his consent? Okay. Hi, Garrett, can you...
I mean... What's the state on consent though? Because like most states in America have like a one consent system, right? Where it's like you can record a call and it's totally fine. It's not illegal. People might not like you for it, but it is legal. There's definitely a few states in America that have a 2-party consent, which means both parties need to actually consent to it. But that's not a lot of states. Thank you, Incognito, for joining.
Recording him and using that recording without his consent? Okay. Hi, Garrett. Can you tell me a bit about how long you worked at MrBeast?
I was at MrBeast from around 2017 to 2021.
So you've worked there for 5 years and could be seen as a credible ex-employee.
Yep.
You're the person who we can hear talk about Delaware in the recording Dawson or Dogback404 shows in his video.
MrBeast is getting cancelled by the woke mob. He only tried to make some lunch meals with mold and lead in it. Lead and mold made a child stronger in life. I had lead in my meals and it made me stronger. Woke mob strikes again.
Thank you, Adam, for the 10. So true. Lead just makes you into a stronger man.
Can you tell me a bit about how that happened?
Yeah. It was not to my knowledge that I was being recorded at all. You know, I have a friend who, you know, I worked with plenty of times outside of MrBeast. Just thought it was just like a normal call, just checking up on him, him checking up on me. And, you know, when two people speak about old places, you know, there's drama, there's gossip, there's catching up, there's, you know, et cetera, whatever. And then the next thing you know, 2 weeks later, Dogpack releases like a 12 million view video where, you know, I just have a really crappy voice changer over my voice. And if you know me, like, you know it's me.
So was the entire call basically just rumors you were talking about with a friend?
Yeah, it's just a friend. We're just shooting the shit, and you know, we're just gossiping a lot, catching up on, you know, the current drama. Like it's just it is nothing crazy. Like
nothing.
This seems scripted. I just don't think he should have said it in the first place. I think like saying that, oh, I didn't know it was recorded, that comes across as a bit of a cope.
Nothing you said had any actual facts behind it, as they try to construe in their video.
No, I don't, you know.
I definitely believe the angle. I do believe the angle that it was like a dumb choice that he made when he was 19, like he was just like a kid. I do, like, yeah. I 100% believe that was a stupid choice that he made and he didn't know Delaware's background. He still should have done a background check 100%. I do believe that aspect. But this bit is like, I don't know, like you're throwing out like some really heinous shit and then it's like, oh, I didn't know it's been recorded.
I don't think any of the stuff that we were talking about really had any facts or like evidence. It was just water cooler talk.
Would you say them using the call recording unconsensually in their video has damaged you or your
eyes wandering off screen? Keep reading the script, video boy.
Life in any way?
Yeah, unfortunately. To say that it hasn't hurt me financially would be...
Nah, I don't think it's a script. I don't think it's a script. If it was a script and that ever came out, it would actually be over. That would actually be one of the worst. Like I swear that would actually be it for MrBeast and stuff. Like, you know, on the ground floor, like getting small, like funding small YouTubers to like help him get his reputation back up. That's like a schizo theory that like that could actually end his career if that ever came out.
You know what really sucks about DP? He kind of ruined his own reputation by blowing his load too early and stretched it too long. He doesn't even provide evidence. Just saying, if that's the kind of energy we're going into, it's getting harder to believe.
Well, I think one of the main turning points I saw the internet have against Dogpack was when he made that claim with Rosanna Pansino in that one video that there was a Telegram group chat sharing cheese pizza. And then people quickly found out that the image itself was a picture of Ivanka Trump when she was 18. And it was, I think it was a shoot for GQ magazine or something like that. And then there was another claim about like a manager or something like that in Dogpack's third video. And they got the wrong guy in the video. And then the video was deleted because like there was stuff wrong in that.
Just a lie, you know.
But that obviously doesn't mean that everything Dogpack's saying is capped, by the way. Like the claim he made about Delaware, like being in the videos as a sex offender, that's true. The stuff about like Jimmy, MrBeast knowing, I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. But yeah, I mean, it's not like everything is now BS.
Mentally.
It's just one of those like gray area memes.
It's hurt me as well. I mean,
it was unlisted, not deleted. And it's basically the same thing, honestly.
Manic and crazy.
It sucks how it had to be Dogpack of all people to start the big exposure on MrBeast. I feel like anyone else would have done a better job. I don't know Dogpack personally. I've never spoken to him. So I can't tell you like what I think of him as a person. But I think anyone that would go after a monolithically sized company like, you know, MrBeast, then yeah, like you would be under an insane amount of like stress and pressure. But yeah, I think what this video is basically going to do is it's going to try from Soggy's perspective to paint Dogpack as like an unreliable narrator and basically extending the truth.
For about...
Because again, like when he said like, when he hired the guy, he was 19 and that, it's like, yeah, he was a kid. Like you do dumb shit. Yeah, I can understand that. But, yeah, obviously there was still an issue there. It doesn't fully exonerate him. Thank you, Wep, for the 6 months. Thank you, Just, for the 5 months.
Month and a half trying to just...
Dogpack at least apologized and said he got it wrong and admitted of his wrongdoings. Was that a community post or a tweet?
Watch relationships like fall through my fingers. You know, I lost someone that
I
like
don't
was
think the
pretty
room
close to me
behind
as
him
well.
is real.
You know, it just wasn't.
The room behind him isn't real? Nah, there's no way. It looks so real though. The lighting is so accurate.
It wasn't a good scene. So financially and mentally, it really messed me up.
Do you feel in any way like tricked, deceived, or used?
I mean, yeah. To say that I felt tricked or used is an understatement. Like they knowingly came and did this. You know, I had like 3 or 4 contacts call me the night that it dropped, and I was watching the whole video trying to figure out like what they were talking about. And when it got to that recording, my stomach just like sank.
All because of a call that they unconsensually recorded, which you clarified was basically rumors and gossip.
Yeah.
I mean, we're using this like didn't consent, but like again, it's not illegal.
Ran its course. It was so flat it was unusable.
Crazy.
I burned it in a campfire, and now when any of you go outside, there is a non-zero chance that you can inhale a particle of it. You're welcome.
Thank you, Pyrocynical, for the 10. Glad to see you back, you disgusting
baby's
degen.
first words will be hairline inflation.
Thank you, Andreas, for the 15. I hope Child Protective Services take your child away from you. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like the whole angle of this being not consensual and that invalidates everything. Like, you're still talking about gossips and rumors, though. You're still doing that. I mean, did Dogpack go in there with an agenda to make the conversation go a certain way? Sure, let's say that happened. But at the same time, like, you still said those things. And it doesn't invalidate it just because it's, like, not consensual.
I didn't want to be involved with, didn't even know what was going on. That,
I mean, prove me wrong if, like, it was illegal. If it was a two-party consent state. Like, then, yeah, then that's bad.
You know, I was just thrown into unconsensually, and yeah, you said it, man. I just it
Pyro,
threw a pretty
have
big
you
wall
seen
up
the picture of
in the
Carl
progress
Jacobs
of my life. And
Pokimane? I love that picture so much. Also, thank you for the slop. I don't watch the main channel, but I enjoy consuming every piece of slop, so I don't have to sit alone with my thoughts ever.
Thank you, Adam, for the 10. Appreciate it.
Didn't feel like that was needed, and pretty upset.
But then, what about Jake the Viking's tweet about...
But was it enthusiastic consent?
Jimmy's mom literally allowing her then barely of age son...
We're not making it a legal argument. I know we're not. But the point I'm trying to make is, like, he still said those rumors and stuff, and where did he hear those rumors?
Sloppy.
I just think it's like him saying stuff off the cuff is then, like, invalidated because he didn't know it was being recorded. I don't know. I don't know. It just... The first thing I definitely believe, though, that he was, like, young and immature and he hired someone that he didn't do a background check on because he was just getting all these views and all this money. Like, that part I believe.
Sloppy on the wall. Who makes the most slop of them all? Pyro.
Oh, so I am Romanian, so here is my 200 lei that I earned this year. Love you long form videos. Keep it up.
I give it the $10. That is probably 3 years of your salary. I'm not even doing a bit. Thank you.
To knowingly be in contact with and hire a pedophile. First of all, have you thought about just how fucking absurd that's?
I don't think Jimmy or his mom knew when they hired him. Yeah, I think Jimmy's mom is his manager. He might still be. I don't know. I just remember hearing, like, his mom was, like, very overbearing or something. I don't know if the mom's still in the business or not. I really don't think Sue would knowingly let Jimmy hire an RSO when he was barely 18. Viking said they knew, but even Weddle has a problem with what he says, so I don't know how valid that is.
Sounds. And second, Jake the Viking is a shitty person and untrustworthy. Even Dogback's friends agree on that.
Viking is not a good guy, and that's just an opinion based on his actions in my eyeballs.
Wow, Dogback and Jake Weddle falsely implying a MrBeast intentional.
I know that Jake the Viking had like a grudge against MrBeast. I remember him tweeting out saying Jimmy knew because the whole Ava stuff. I do hope they go over the Ava stuff, by the way, because that was really bad.
He hired a registered sex offender and created a nickname to joke about it within the company to then try back up their baseless claims by tricking an employee and recording him without consent. That's pretty messed up.
Thank you, Trashcam, for the 8 months.
Soggy. Yahoo!
Any chance of you going to an event in Southeast Asia? Possibly. Also, you've been my biggest crush since 2016. Very normal. Thank you for the 10.
That'd be as shameless as falsely accusing someone of committing war crimes against the Geneva Convention in a consented to solitary confinement challenge where you'd earn $10,000
Are you for real right now? Are you actually for real right now with that dono? He made a $10 dono where he knocked the door, opened it, farted, and then shut the door. Actually, most polite dono I've ever had. Really?
Exclamation mark anyway, the more and more that this drama festers. It just confuses me more and more on who to believe. You've got Jimmy not saying much, and Dog throwing shit but kinda sus. It's like being between a rock and a hard place, Ro believe.
Thank you, Google Chrome, for the 10. No, I totally agree. Again, like I said earlier, like Jimmy, like this video could like debase a lot of claims against him, but he still has to come out himself. He definitely still has to come out himself, I think, and do like some kind of statement, hopefully in like a video form.
Day and can quit whenever you want and still keep the accumulated prize money up until that point. During a time where we have multiple countries actively at war in the world with millions of people suffering because of it. Oh wait.
Alex with a pussy would be breathtaking. It would be so pink and he'd make sure to wax every once in a while and his lips would be silky. To see his clit, you'd have to spread his lips because are also chubby.
Very normal dono there. Thank you, Andreas, for the 10.
He goes, what? That's a war crime.
So, if you guys don't remember with Jake Weddle, he was basically someone that was in a MrBeast video as a contestant. That video never actually aired. I believe... Thank you, Epic... Oh, Epic Danky! W's in chat for Epic Danky. Thank you for the 50, bro. I know that guy's legit. That's actual gifts. He's not doing the poor exploit. Thank you, man. But yeah, Jake was someone in a Mr. Breast video. It was a video that was never aired. But basically, I think Jake was doing a solitary confinement video. And he was basically getting around $10,000 a day. And he could leave anytime he wanted. He said it was incredibly degrading. It like traumatized him. And then obviously a lot of people coped and said, you know, why didn't you just leave then? You could have left at any time. But then he basically said that he felt like he couldn't leave because of like a money situation and he felt trapped. Sorry, I'm just skipping these just so I can talk. He basically just said that he felt trapped and he basically had to take the money because he just didn't feel like there was another way. And to be fair, in his defense, I feel like anyone that is put in a bad situation and you're offered an insane life-changing amount of money, you probably will ruin your mental and physical health just for the benefit of financial security. I don't not believe that at all.
Life wasn't going well for me a few weeks ago, and watching you has helped me through those tough times so much. Now things are a bit better, new job, but still issues with love. Thank you so much, Pyro. Much love.
Thank you, Puncher Duck, for the 10. I appreciate it, man.
Pyro, is there any chance you'll come to southeastern US? No one comes here, but it's worth a shot.
Thank you, Redneck, for the 10. Maybe.
Pyro, you started this video 30 minutes ago and you are 10 minutes in. That's 20 minutes of filler garbage. -10.
and you're part of the problem for donating. No, I'm pausing a lot because I want to go over everything. I don't want to just like be a React Andy and just like not say anything. I think this is really important.
We're not allowed to do that to terrorists. Oh, good. 24 hours breaking the Geneva Convention, I guess, is what we're doing.
From what he described, it seemed like he needed to stay to full time to actually get the money.
You know what? Let's ask Dustin about that, because
There was fresh paint on the walls, the pool that was placed inside was getting musky, the air quality control was horrendous.
ironically enough, Dustin is the good friend of Jake Weddle.
No, I don't disbelieve the Jake Weddle stuff, unless it gets disproven right now. But I believe it. Because it actually, if you guys remember, MrBeast literally reached out to Jake. I'll see if I can find it. But basically, MrBeast reached out, showing like, here we go. Because he reached out to Jake and he actually sent a DM that Jake shown in a video. Yeah, I'll read it. Hang on. Because this is important for context. It says, hey, I wanted to reach out and say I didn't mean to cause you mental stress with that video and I apologize. So that's an actual apology. Like a genuine apology. That's not just like, it was out of our control. Like he actually takes responsibility there.
This whole MrBeast drama will eventually inflate and burst into sheer chaos. By the way, your commission is soon done.
What commission, bro? I've got like 5 going on the minute. Thank you for the 10. Clearly it had an effect on you. You mentioned you'd like to be paid out the rest of the prize money, the other $190,000, and I'd love to make things right with you. I have zero expectations of you mentioning me sending you this money publicly or taking down any videos. This is just me wanting to help out and make sure you're good. I just need to know if you still use the same bank or not. We'll send the money on Monday. I wish you the best. So yeah, he's obviously saying there, I'm going to send you the rest of the money that you would have won if you stayed the entire duration. And also the fact that I don't expect you to take anything down. I don't expect this to be like a gesture of goodwill and like, you know, then you rethink about what you've said about me. And then I think, I'm not sure what happened after that. I think Jake took half the money and then he basically said it on the promise that I get to still make videos on you. I think that's what happened.
Who made those war...
Actual good private apology. Yeah, he took responsibility there, which is good. Because most YouTubers are terrified of saying the word sorry because they just think it's literally over for them.
crime comments. And I can prove it with Jake Weddle's own words.
One of my dear friends who I believe I lost is the same guy who did the war crime joke, which turned out to not be a joke. He got injured at MrBeast, and that's because of Viking. On that shoot, everybody else just stay behind and clean up. And Viking said, fuck that, let's just throw all of this over the side.
Flazfires in chat. I'll just ban him. Well, if instead of Dogpack 404, he was called Dog Brap 404. Yep. Most funny Flazfire bit, ladies and gentlemen. Most funny Flazfire bit. Spent him 3 weeks. He's probably planning 3 weeks for that joke. It's like the scene in The Joker when he's like telling the jokes and he thinks everyone's laughing at him.
Of the mountain, like littering in a national park. And my good dear friend, who I kept saying was one of the good people over there, said, you're not going to do that. I'm not going to let you do that. And Viking said, watch me. And he did it. But my friend gathered up all the stuff he could to make sure there was just that much less litter. And that's a really good thing to do. He carried everything he could down the mountain, and he broke his ankle. They said, yeah, you were carrying too much stuff, right? Yes, he was. Because that guy's a saint.
And blame me for our friend Dustin. I'll use names, unlike you. Our friend Dustin falling and breaking his leg. Or not his leg, yeah, his ankle. I'm sorry, falling and breaking his ankle.
Now, why would someone who Jake Weddle himself, who is clearly against MrBeast, describes as one of the best people he has ever known, who literally broke his ankle trying to prevent littering, and in Jake's own words, is a saint?
Because that guy's a saint.
Go rogue to try and correct defamatory statements made against Jimmy if Jimmy committed war crimes. The war crime stuff was 100% a joke. I'm now a producer, but I was originally hired as comedy writer with Jake Weddle, so I just wanted to cheer him up with a dumb and edgy joke. Oh, so it was a joke. Dustin actually did say the war crime stuff as a joke. Okay, that makes sense.
I mean, I believe that. I believe that it was a joke that was like used in the video, but that still doesn't like, that doesn't debase everything that Jake went through though. Like again, MrBeast himself reached out and apologized directly and offered the guy money. Like that, like 100% he would have ran that through his entire team being like, do we reach out to this guy? It wouldn't have been a spur of the moment decision. That would have been like a meeting of all the, you know, team people being like, okay, we genuinely messed up here. We need to reach out to this guy and apologize.
Because in a follow-up video of Jake Weddle's and Dogbag's interview, Jake Weddle seems to slip up, saying it was a joke.
The same guy who did the war crime joke.
Before quickly correcting himself.
Which turned out to not be a joke.
And his
people in chat are saying I'm missing the point. Am I missing the point?
videos are pretty unedited, so he might have just accidentally let it slip through the cracks. And just to be...
I think what I'm saying is very valid. I don't think it discredits...
Chat is molding when Pyro pauses to add discussion, and chat is molding when Pyro just reacts and doesn't pause.
Yeah.
Chat literally doesn't know what it wants, and it's hilarious.
No, I don't think that discredits how Jake feels. That one statement he made that was confirmed to be a joke by a friend.
To be clear, I'll show the clip of Dogbag's 13 million viewed video again, in which Jake and Dogbag clearly insinuated it wasn't a joke.
And I go up to my friend, my good friend. And I go, they're not turning the lights off. He goes, what? That's a war crime. We're not allowed to do that to terrorists.
Adds definition of war crimes in bottom left to manipulate the viewer, even though the definition literally disproves their own accusation, since Jake Weddle wasn't a detainee.
Oh, good. 24.
I mean, he wasn't a detainee. He could have left whenever he wanted. Like, we talked about that. But again, like, if you're in a desperate situation for money, then you're probably going to stay, even if it's causing you, like, egregious, like, mental torture.
4 hours breaking the Geneva Convention, I guess, is what we're doing.
It's a really big allegation to say that, like, MrBeast took away your agency.
In a later interview, Jake gave in and said that his own accusation against MrBeast forcing him to do the challenge and committing war crimes are alleged.
And in a sense, kind of like forced you into doing this. But
yeah, I agree. That is very serious. That's why I alleged it.
Yeah, for those who aren't well versed in the law, this is complete BS. The guy was voluntarily participating in a challenge and had the freedom to leave at any time he wanted. That's true. This is not remotely close to being a war crime. Prisoners of war are not able to leave. Their conditions are not voluntary or self-imposed. It's nice that they showed the definition of a war crime in the video.
I feel like MrBeast doesn't plan to ever come out to settle the drama.
Thank you, Kiwi, for the 10. I hope he does, but I also understand that, like, I feel like any response he would give is just not enough. It just wouldn't be enough. And he'll always have people that will hate him. He's probably made peace with that. Thank you, Robo, for the 13. Those with comprehension issues need to read the first line of the definition, specifically of detainees. He was not a detainee. He got paid for it, lol. Okay. I mean, yeah, we've been over this. He could have left whenever he wanted. But, like, again, if you're in, like, a dire money situation, would you leave?
And viewers clearly did.
I mean, yeah, the war crime thing is a bit scuffed to say, but it doesn't really invalidate how Jake felt. And again, you know, to back up what I'm saying, MrBeast did reach out and apologize. He wouldn't do that if he didn't think to himself, I actually fucked up here.
I think it was a joke either. But just as I will rip into Jimmy
I hope he does show that DM in the video, by the way. I think that's really important.
Later in this video, I'll also investigate Jake Weddle's story in more detail later in this video, because
everyone with a brain would leave. I don't agree, genuinely. Like, I think, like, if you're really fucking desperate for money, like there are people that will literally just embarrass themselves or, like, degrade themselves, like, for money.
Between him falsely accusing Jimmy of intentionally hiring an RSO.
You could say it's, okay, this is a good comment I'm going to read here. You could say it's exploitative, but a war crime is such a stretch, it devalues the argument. Yeah. That's a good way to sum it up, I think.
Oh, and comparing himself consensually agreeing to doing a challenge for $10,000.
That's a very good way to summarize it, I think.
A day, being allowed to leave whenever he wants, to rape victims and victims of war crimes, even though he knew that was a joke.
The same guy who did the war crime joke.
As well as spreading fake AI-generated incriminating voice recordings of MrBeast.
Didn't he? Was it Jake?
Nothing ever happens. This shit is getting silly and drawn out.
Thank you, Anam, for the 13. Yeah, didn't he post, like... Didn't Jake post AI recordings of Jimmy? And then basically just come out and say, oh yeah, they were fake. Like, if that's true, like, what was the point of that?
What are our options? Is this legally considered defamation? Because I was not struggling here. Can someone please tell me what my options are here? Because we were supposed to launch the voice today.
It's actually scary how that sounds real as well. Obviously, like, you can tell it's AI if you have the hindsight of it, but like, if you heard that, you would think it's real.
Jake knows what he wants. Jake knows what he thinks he needs. He's supposed to be like a student. He has no idea how much fucking money I spent on that video. It's just
I mean, it sounds like AI now because we know, but like, yeah.
Jake, I don't think Jake's the problem. I think it's Dawson.
Thank you, Bird, for the 8 months.
That's right. I got that sent to me, and you know what? That was AI.
Maybe say that before playing the recording because you worked at MrBeast and you know how people will just watch the recording and then click off of the video without...
I gotta go see that. What was the point? What was the point in doing that? Was he trying to make a point? I
investigated Mr.
Hang on. Because again, like, I feel like I'm kind of in Jake Weddle's corner here. Okay. Like, but what was that was so... What? That was so fucking dumb. There's got to be context behind it, right? Hang on a minute.
Jake, I don't think Jake's the problem.
To me, and you know what? That was AI. Yeah, that was AI, and I'm not gonna lie, that was a pretty damn good AI, wasn't it? That was that was scary, dude. I thought I had the smoking gun for like baby Drizzy, baby Drizzy. No, that was AI. I kept listening to it for a couple of.
What was the point of this again?
Hours, and I was like, "That's talking," you know. And I on my behalf put it in one of those like AI like did end up figuring out, and you know, and then they weren't responding, and I was like, "Hey, man." As of right now, I'm recording this Wednesday morning. Okay. So I don't know if things have changed since the timing of this upload. It should be Friday.
BBL Drizzy. Yeah, I don't really understand the point he was trying to make there.
I got that sent.
What, the Sigma?
To me, and you know what? That was AI.
Maybe say that before playing the recording because you worked at MrBeast and you know how people will just watch the recording and then click off of the video without ever hearing your disclaimer that it was AI generated.
I could definitely see so many people like clipping that and posting it on Twitter and then finding out it was fake and just quietly taking it down.
Oh, but then you wouldn't get as much money from views because this AI generated disinformation video is the one that got your channel monetized.
That's my brand, is being honest and crying a lot.
And then after making those slanderous claims, accept another $50,000 from Jimmy.
Yeah. Okay, he does shed the DM. That's good. He took 50k of this 190k offer of goodwill from Jimmy, feeling bad for Weddle, even though Weddle slandered him. He stayed for 11 days during the 10k a day challenge, so now got a total of 160k. I think this is true, but it's worded in too nice of a way. It's very softball. It's like Jimmy feeling bad. I think Jimmy feeling bad needs to be replaced with Jimmy admitting wrongdoing and apologizing. Because he said himself he didn't mean to cause the mental stress and he apologizes, which, like, that's based, right? Like, he literally just straight up said sorry. Most YouTubers are worms and they'll never say sorry.
Hey,
so
man,
they just, like, cut that stuff out.
Thanks for the humble meeting in Germany. I'm glad you liked the art and snacks I got for you. I'm sitting in the hospital right now waiting for a surgery. Still got 2 hours of Darkwood to watch. Insert image of Markiplier in the hospital here.
You wouldn't get it. Thank you, Zion, for the 10. No, it was nice meeting you, man. You seem like a really nice guy. Thank you for all the gifts and stuff. I appreciate it. But yeah, like, again, I feel like this should say... Oh, yeah, also, good luck with the hospital stuff, by the way. I feel like this should have said, for Jimmy, you know, admitting wrongdoing and apologizing. I feel this is worded as very softball. Like, he didn't have to give Jake the money. He just felt bad. Even though Jake slandered him. I mean... No, he talked about his experience. Should he have used the, you know, should he have used that, like, Geneva Convention stuff? No, definitely not. But still. I mean, the only good thing in this entire thing is him straight up apologizing. Because usually, like, YouTubers are so scared of apologizing because they think, like, once they apologize, it's over. They think it's like this black spot that never goes away. So they just avoid using that word as much as they can. Like, they'll say, oh, I fucked up and stuff, but, like, they'll never actually say sorry.
with no strings attached, there's a lot more to be said about him.
That's my brand, is being honest and crying a lot.
And about how Dogback be said about him.
That's my brand, is being honest.
Lies about Delaware, compares himself doing a consensual 10k a day challenge with unconsensual rape victims, takes an extra 50k from someone after slandering that person, lies about war crimes, fumbles in every interview talking about the solitary confinement challenge.
Honest and crying a lot.
And about how Dogback manipulated him. But let's first continue with all of the lies and manipulation of Dogback 404.
Calling it slander is too much, diminishing the bad things that happened by saying that MrBeast didn't literally commit a war crime is very reductive. Geneva Convention was a joke they put in the definition for people who didn't know. That was to contextualize the joke. The whole video bias is more so towards Jimmy because the number of false allegations against him. I just think there's so many against him now that some of them are like very easy to debase. But like some of them are obviously legitimate. The truth doesn't mind being questioned. A lie doesn't like to be challenged. Henry...
When will you look at your subreddit again?
Thank you, Wilma Ballstink. I check it like every day, even though I shouldn't.
Now, for the visual learners watching, you'll see that I have behind me a wall. And this wall features most of Dogback 404's accusations. And I say most because at this point there are just so many that I might have forgotten a few. And every time I disprove one of his accusations, it'll be crossed through with red marker. Every time I prove one to be uncertain, I'll add a blue question mark to it. And every time an accusation Dogback made his accusations, it'll be crossed through with red marker. Every time
So if he debases it, it's a cross.
I prove one to be uncertain, I'll add a blue question mark to it. And every time an accusation Dogback made is true, I'll add a green check mark to it. And I know that you and
I'm happy that he didn't cross out Jake Weddle. That's good. Because even he's admitting there, it's like kind of, I don't know, like this guy still had a really bad time.
And everyone else wants to know about the illegal lotteries. Did MrBeast really commit
Definitely should have talked more about Jake, though. I feel like that was very, like, for an hour-and-a-half video, really didn't talk about that a lot.
3 malicious and predatory illegal lotteries as get-rich-quick scheme? Well, I will talk about them throughout my video in between all of the other accusations, starting
It's
right
okay
now
to
with the alleged
exaggerate
illegal
arguments,
lottery
but in
number
my
3
opinion there's a
claim of
point where
Dogback
too much of
404.
it can
Or
either
should I
taint or entirely ruin the argument, like the Geneva Convention thing, for example.
Thank you. Are you okay with gas for the 10? What you got to remind me, man?
I say doctoring up evidence to make more convincing claims you knew to be untrue. Back 404. Yeah, Dawson, I'm the first one who noticed. See, for the third illegal lottery, buy sure to be in a video live stream, Dogback claims they only informed people on the website that no purchase was necessary. But did you read the description? You know, the description which I got via the Wayback Machine, where it literally says free entry available on site? Oh, but wait, you never actually found the description of that video, did you? You just made it look that way by doctoring up this fake YouTube UI. So you'd be more convincing and it'd look as if you had access to the original video and description. So people would more easily believe you. But I want you
Holy brap.
access to the original video and description. So people would
Faked YouTube UI. So we're saying that Dogpack faked the UI just to make Mr. Breast look worse. Yikes.
Pyro, you need to read the webcomic Pink Among Blood Red Roses, or at least give
Among
it a
Us?
shout out please. Love your content, been watching for over 7 years, heart.
Like he rose to the 10. Holy brapper. Yeah, that's a little bit, dame. So he's basically saying that, like, he went back on the Wayback Machine and actually saw the confirmation of the message. Yikes.
more easily believe you. But I want you, the viewer, to closely compare these two layouts. This one is the UI when he talks about the buy a shirt to be in my video live stream, and this one is the actual current YouTube UI you see whenever Dogback shows a screen recording of public videos you can still watch. And when putting the two side by side, you can see—
Ooh. Yeah, because the YouTube player now, like the recent YouTube player, it actually has those borders, right? Like, I get it, different, wait, mine actually, no, it does, yeah. You can see, like, the little, I don't know why they did that, it's so, bleh. But yeah, I mean, I know it took a while for like some people still have like the border and stuff like that, I think. But yeah. Oh no.
See that the UI for the illegal live stream is not the real YouTube UI. Instead of rounded corners, they're sharp, the likes are gone, the upload date is in a completely wrong spot where it has never been, and the button sizes and title font just seem off. And no, it's not because he found an older YouTube UI via the Wayback Machine like I did, because they don't hide likes and YouTube has never had this exact UI. Sure, it had sharp corners once, but not in combination with these exact other UI elements. But you wanna know the funniest part? Even the re-uploaded version that Dogpack found and then added the manipulative fake YouTube UI to actually had copied the original live stream's description. So even in the re-upload he found, it says that there's a free entry option. Yet he still doctored up this fake UI to make his intentional lies more convincing. Nah, I'm just kidding. Funniest part is that MrBeast verbally says it on stream.
Go shop MrBeast.com.
Thank you for putting up with my annoying husband all stream. Yes, we do have a newborn baby. Yes, he does listen to Pyro live to sleep as he heard it so much in the womb. No, Alex with a pussy would not be breathtaking. Buy yourself something nice.
Thank you, PJ, for the 10. The 50, actually, the 50. W's in chat for PJ. Okay, Pyro fans that have a kid, that worries me a lot. Like, the fact that you guys can breed and produce offspring, that's quite worrying. Yeah, I was kind of thinking, I was wondering if Soggy was going to mention him mentioning it in the actual stream.
Funniest part is that
I like how his recommended is literally the exact same as mine as well.
MrBeast verbally says it on stream.
Go shop MrBeast.com. Buy the shirt or hoodie. You could be one of the people that come down and compete in the video. There's also a free entry on the site as well. If you just 100 of which are going to be picked from, you know, people that buy this shirt or hoodie, or if you enter for free on the site as well. It's, that's an option as well. So,
oh my,
damn. I don't, why didn't Dogpack like scour through the entire video? Like, if I made a video on a YouTuber as big as MrBeast, my biggest fear, my biggest unironic fear would be like making sure that they cannot hit me back with anything else.
God, you're so sneaky. Now, when someone is prepared to doctor up evidence to make potentially incriminating lies more convincing, it automatically puts every single one of their accusations that isn't bulletproof into question. So throughout this video, you'll also see that there are multiple examples of him leaving out crucial details from evidence that would easily disprove the accusations he's making. Because Dawson loves framing things deceitfully to push his personal agenda.
Shopify dashboard. We just have like a random number generator, and then like we just put the number, like there's...
Because he's a lazy and disgruntled employee trying to misrepresent a situation to benefit himself. I think there's more to it than that, though. I don't think it's like that's it. Like he's just less salty because he got fired. I don't think that's like the full. I don't think that's the full story. I think it's such a nuanced situation, the entire thing.
1,000 orders. We just put it, picks the number between 1 and 1,000. Then my people give me the name.
Wait a second. MrBeast is only picking out of the Shopify list? Well, does that mean he's only giving away 2 paid entries after all? No. You can be part of a Shopify giveaway without having to make any purchase whatsoever. These are some generic examples of how to enter Shopify giveaways for free on the official Shopify website. MrBeast scamming someone out of a lifetime of dog food and then tried silencing the so-called victim on Reddit?
As far as fake giveaways go, I'm sort of limited.
Hey Pyro, it's my 19th birthday today. Just wanted to say I've been watching you for a while now and I love your content. I was hoping to meet you in Berlin but unfortunately couldn't make it. I was hoping you could wish me happy birthday today.
Happy birthday, Slurp. Happy 19th birthday, man. Oldest Pyro fan. Hope you have a good birthday, man. Appreciate it.
Without exposing confidential information.
Can we get a happy birthday for Slurp in chat? S-L-E-R-P. Slurp.
And getting sued.
Actual oldest Pyro fan.
So my official statement is that sometimes things...
And the excuse gets used a lot to make lies seem more credible.
...slip through the cracks, and personally, I believe that is intentional. Here's one example where someone on Reddit posted saying that they were promised free dog food for life in exchange for letting MrBeast use them in a video. 5 months later, they still haven't received their dog food. I actually sent this post to someone who works at MrBeast, and they said they were going to send it to the PR team. and then the Reddit post got taken down. So I don't know if it got resolved.
Not true. Here is a message from the Reddit user stating MrBeast did reach out to them as well as everyone else. Apparently this user just hadn't noticed at first because the MrBeast company's email went
Wait, let me read this. Hi, so I did confirm that you reached out to Natalie and got a call from Jinx to give us the free dog food. Natalie's just confirming that all the other people got the same call, and then I will edit my post stating that there was some kind of communication error, and Mr. Breast's team has reached out and fixed the problem. Thank you for responding and getting this issue resolved.
Apparently this user just hadn't noticed at first because the MrBeast company...
From what I understand, the email on file went to their spam folder, so they didn't see it.
Email
Had to find a different way to reach them.
went to the user's spam folder. The issue got resolved, and then the Reddit post got deleted.
Sometimes things slip through the cracks, and personally, I believe that is intentional.
Yeah, they said thank you for responding and getting the issue resolved. Okay, so that's just fully debased. Yeah, that's been fully debased. I like how the one that's been fully debased is like the dog food situation. It's just so low on the pyramid, eh?
Oh, the new feast.
It's so low on the pyramid of like importance.
Feastables formula has more sugar and calories than Hershey's.
MrBeast changed the formula again to where it has mostly the same ingredients as Hershey's and even more sugar and more calories per bar.
Well, that'd be pretty messed up after MrBeast actively advertised his chocolate to be healthier than Hershey's. Luckily, it's just another lie. Dogpack is being deceitful here because he's comparing a single serving sized 43 grams Hershey's bar to a 2 serving sized 60 grams Feastables bar, instead of comparing it to a 1 serving sized 35 grams Feastables bar. While if you recalculate the ingredients of both to 43 grams, then you'll see that Feastables still has less sugar than Hershey's and actually has less calories than the previous formula.
This pit is fake.
No,
yeah, actually debased. And okay, that was debased. That was completely debased. Again, like I feel like we're debasing the least important stuff, by the way. We are like, that is completely debased, but like I feel like there definitely is like, I don't know, there's like a pyramid, right, of like the most serious stuff. And then there's like, oh yeah, the dog food situation. But yeah, I mean, we're obviously going for the angle to prove that Dogpack is an unreliable narrator and he's just salty. But there's still some pretty big stuff here that we haven't actually been able to fully debunk.
This pit is fake.
No, it's not. Here's footage of them digging the pit. You know what?
Okay, that kid's, yeah, he was claiming all the videos were CGI, so that was pretty big.
Previous formula.
This pit is fake.
No, it's not. Here's footage of them digging the pit. You know what? Here's a crew member's
okay.
footage of the 2 non-CGI buses and non-CGI train being in the pit after they drove them in there.
Shredder is CGI.
Nope. At this timestamp, they do shred an actual Lamborghini in a legitimate shredder. But at this timestamp, they do the pit after they drove them in there.
Shredder is CGI.
Nope.
I mean, I will be honest, that doesn't even look real compared to that. That looks real. That does not look real at all. I'm assuming because like they're so obsessed with like getting retention that is the actual shredder and they just like CGI'd it up. I mean, look how fake all that looks. You've got like the same flower repeating like twice. It doesn't even look real.
Nope. At this timestamp, they do shred an actual Lamborghini in a legitimate shredder. But I will say that when they use CGI, it looks fucking terrible as if it came...
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. They're obviously using CGI to enhance stuff, and it does just look god-awful.
Straight out of a CW show.
This car is digitally lifted.
This car isn't digitally lifted. However, they did change the original red coloring to blue to make a visual distinction between the first rocket car they launched and failed, which was red, and the second one they launched, which succeeded, but was also red.
Imagine being that worried about retention that you've like had to CGI in the color of a car.
Because they were scared that both cars being red might confuse the audience, so in post, they just changed the second one's color to blue. But there was no digital lift.
Yeah, they've done a really good job on that. I could not tell. Jesus.
What you're saying, the things that you're saying are truly in good faith, and that you're not a disgruntled employee.
You can watch my video and like view it through the lens of, oh, this guy's just a disgruntled employee. But the evidence still speaks for itself.
Of course.
But the evidence still speaks for itself.
Yeah, we've got a lot of question marks on here, boys. We've got a lot of question marks here.
Of course.
This accusation of Dogbag404 actually upset this engineering YouTuber who passionately worked on
Hello
that
Pyro,
rocket car.
hope you are doing well today. I am sat with my friend both watching a stream. First Dono from me smile.
Thank you, Cole, for the 10. Appreciate it.
For months to get it working, just to have this goober claim that it's faked. But Dawson doesn't care about collateral damage done to others. He doesn't mind throwing people in front of non-CGI buses to push his own agenda.
Oh, I remember that wink being... I remember, didn't he make a claim that a wink one of the guys did was CGI, something like that?
He did it with the rocket car YouTuber. He did it with that tricked employee's phone recording they showed without his consent. He tried doing it with me by calling me over dramatic, pressuring me into making a video accusing MrBeast with uncertain and refutable evidence, which by now I know to be untrue, which he doubled down on, by the way. Every other commentary YouTuber did it without getting sued, even though just because a lot of YouTubers tried milking the situation and through
I actually wonder what Pegasus is going to do now, because this is a video like basically in defense to an extent of MrBeast. So I wonder if he'll... Could you imagine he changes the text? Instead of saying he's over, he just replaces it by saying he's so back, and it's just green text instead of red. We were wrong about the MrBeast situation.
Substantiated, easily disprovable.
He's back, yeah. Yeah.
Accusations out there for clout, views, and money without getting sued doesn't make it an okay thing to do, Dogbag. Or do you think it's acceptable?
It's so back. Yeah, just all green text as well.
To make false CP allegations, which maybe I should talk about.
Oh, thank you, Epic Danky, for the 50. Yo, W's in chat for Epic Danky. Thank you so much, man. That's 100 now on this stream. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. I am talking to people, by the way, because I do want to do like actual member-only streams and, you know, stuff like that. I really need to do that because I feel like a role on Discord is not enough. We gotta do some members-only streams.
About that for a second. See, in a recent video on Rosanna Pansino's channel, Dogbag404 claimed to have access to...
Yeah, Rosanna. Okay, Rosanna's... Okay, so I want to talk about Rosanna for a second because I did notice, like, I reacted to one of Rosanna's videos, and she was doing this bit where she was sipping tea or something, and then I played a clip of Walter White saying
That guy seems like such a...
Hang on. I played a clip of Walter White speaking to Jesse Pinkman saying this whole thing, it's all about me. Like, just saying that Rosanna's a bit, like, self-obsessed. I mean, that wasn't the point I was trying to make. I was more just trying to make, like, a meme on the situation because I'm trying to, like, you know, insert some kind of, like, substance into the video. And then she found the video that was uploaded onto my, like, 4th channel, Pyro TV. And she replied to someone defending her saying, thank you, I appreciate it. So... I don't think she likes me very much. I have no ill will against her, but I don't think she likes me very much.
Recent video on Rosanna Pansino's channel, Dogbag404 claimed to have access to leaked work chat messages, with one of them being Ava Christison.
That was a picture of, who's it, Trump's kid, right? Ivanka Trump. And then it quickly got proven that she was 18, and it was for a GQ magazine.
Attributing alleged CP of Ivanka Trump. Except...
I have no idea why Ava is sharing that in the chat, by the way. Like, even if she was 18, it's like, why are you sharing that in the chat?
Dogbag doesn't always use the term alleged.
Right, sorry, I did skip a dono, old head. Let me play it.
Dogpack guy seems like such a snide individual in general. While some evidence is real, he comes off as a grifter and the way he carries himself during interviews. I'd if it's just his personality, but it sucks and makes his credibility questionable. Fart.
Thank you for the 10. Yeah, I think even if people don't like Dogpack, and this video is to show that he's disingenuous, some of the claims that he's made still are legit, and they can't be debased.
Yeah, this is the most disgusting one.
This again, like it comes back to what I said earlier. Like it's best that he does a response himself.
By far. Well, actually, the CP was probably more disgusting.
But I do think this video is this video he's done is probably going to change the narrative a fair bit. I'm not sure how Dogpack is going to respond to this at all, honestly. Because it has debased, like, some stuff.
And he also proudly admitted to having downloaded that uncensored alleged CP on a now deleted community post, and admits to having reverse image searched what he thought.
Well, thank God she was 18 then. Dear Lord.
He makes some pretty good points, to be fair. I don't like his left index finger though.
I don't like his left index finger. What's the bit? Thank you. Are you okay with gas for the Shut up.
In the video, obviously.
Conniving gave me 39 pennies. Can you throw me like 10k or something, bro? Come on, you got money.
Obviously, Dawson French himself was called out for owning and reverse image searching what he believed was fucking CP, because that is weird and a crime.
Of CP are not protected under First Amendment rights and are illegal contraband under federal law. Legal definition of sexually explicit conduct does not require that an image depict a child engaging in a sexual activity. A picture of a naked child.
I saw this one story on TikTok of a guy, and he actually got put in jail for making like AI generated images of like child abuse. And I think he just took like actual images of children and then like used AI to like turn it into child abuse. I think it was like a landmark case or something, because I don't think any children were harmed, but it was basically charged like they were just real images. And he got like two decades, I think, or something like that. Unlucky.
May constitute illegal.
But yeah, like, how can you even get AI to do that? Surely, like, isn't all the AI you use public? Like, it would just, like, you type in, like, can you show child being hurt? Like, what? Like, surely that'll just be reported straight away.
CP.
So he deleted that community post to then lie about never having...
Only 2 decades? I mean, it's literally comedic, like, how low the prison time you get in the UK for stuff like that. I'm amazed he got that long.
Had the uncensored CP on someone else's YouTube video. Funny thing is that it only took 1 hour for people to find this tweet about that.
Yep, there you go. Yep, I remember seeing this in the video that I covered about a week ago. Yep, she was 18 and she appeared in a GQ magazine.
Exact picture of 18-year-old Ivanka Trump being in a GQ magazine. It legitimately took 1 hour. 1 hour to not falsely accuse someone of distributing CP.
I remember Dogpack did say, I never said it was cheese pizza, I just said allegedly.
It's like he constantly lies to get himself out of trouble, and only when
Oh yeah, that's another video made on him as well.
he's run out of lies and in face of us. It's like
Here we go. I received...
Timing, but hey Pyro, my first dono here. My fiance and I have been fans for a while. We live in Mexico, so we poor. I just wanted to say he won't stop saying unlucky cuss of you, so thanks.
Unlucky. Thank you, Harlow, for the 10. Yeah, so it was a tweet, that's right. I've received the original source of the Ivanka photo. It's from an April 2000 British GQ magazine photo shoot. Surprisingly, it's actually her, and she was 18 at the time. I'm sure now people will flip and say I should have reverse image searched the photo before going to the authorities. Also, Ro first visited the FBI before... Oh, yeah, because Rosanna did, like, an FBI tip. She filed, like... I think she did it on the website where you can, like, file a tip anonymously. But even in the video that I made, I did say, like, I don't think anything's going to come of that. I don't think... And that isn't even, like, nothing happened. I just think it's, like... You know, whenever stuff is reported, I swear just nothing comes of it. Thank you, Jerry, for the 20. I love to hear this slop while I do no-hit runs on Consort Redan. Thank you, professional chubby chaser. Based.
he constantly lies to get himself out of trouble, and only when he's run out of lies and in face of a serious trouble and he's run out of options does he reveal the truth. Then he tries to pull the LOL I said allegedly thing again. I said, as Ava alleges. I said, in my opinion. I said, may. I said, if.
Yeah, this is the most disgusting one by far. Well, actually,
the one plushy gal over here. I'm glad you liked it. The presentation was fire. Smile. Hope to see you come back to the gritty land of Germany once more. Grins.
Thank you, Count Lumi, for the 10. Oh no, that plushie you made is sick. I still got it.
TBH dead.
I still got it here. Like, someone made me this plushie. It's so sick. Thank you so much for making that, by the way. Is, to be honest, dead. We're probably recording an episode soon, but Colossal's like Mr. House. He's just like stuck in that little pod, just resting at the minute.
CP was probably more disgusting. But...
so either Dogback knew that it wasn't CP and made those false accusations anyways, or he's just a idiot who can't even use Google. But that wasn't the only lie in that video, was it, Dawson?
This isn't a work.
The fact that Rosanna was involved made me skeptical of Dogpack anyway. She was super biased and would take any opportunity to jab at MrBeast. I mean, she was in that competition, right? And she was like, didn't she come 3rd place? And then they basically like wrote it out. So she came 4th place. So she wasn't even in the top 3. And then she said afterwards, a bunch of people came to her with issues that they had about MrBeast, and she was like voicing them. I mean, yeah, there definitely is a bias there. Like obviously after the whole Beast Games thing, the video she was in, like she was a hater. She was a hater, and she'll obviously platform like anything said about him in a negative way, definitely.
Chat. This is just a small snapshot of a company chat, but it's, I think, one of many. I've heard
Jab at MrBeast, more like dab at MrBeast. Yeah, I'm timing you out, mate. I'm sorry, that was awful. Yeah, Kat, I'm putting you to bed for 5 minutes. I'm putting you to sleep. I can't even time you out because the thing's too small. Hang on a minute. I've lost the name now. Mods, kill him. For 5 minutes.
that there's other company chats that they communicate on.
Yes.
And
it wasn't a work chat. It was created as an NSFW meme chat by already known degenerate Ava Christison. There's even examples of Ava getting mad whenever anyone talks about anything work related.
me is this is just a small snapshot.
So it was basically an NSFW. It was like a meme chat. I created this chat for not safe for work memes because the other people in the dumpster fire are normies. Oh my god. Isn't she like my age? Come on, man. You speaking like... Oh, it was 2019 as well, to be fair.
Of a company chat. Small snapshot.
That's work stuff. This is a non-company meme chat.
Of a company chat.
What you're saying, the things that you're saying are truly in good faith, and that you're not a disgruntled employee.
You can watch my video and like view it through the lens of, oh, this guy's just a disgruntled employee, but the evidence still speaks for itself.
Of course. However, at one point it was changed to a work chat by Ava, at which
Destroyed. Ava removed, deleted account, Jojo Fogus, Loss MB, Connor MB, Reed. Rip. OG's chat.
she also
This is now our company chat of Telegram of important people that need to share important messages.
kicked everyone
Only important things. Any questions about videos and other general conversations, but a lot of spam, so won't mute.
related out of there. But then the chat instantly died because
Thank you, Julian, for the 5. Let Clown cook. He's 586 years old and needs to hibernate for a month to record a single episode. True. Someone called 911. Carl murdered someone. Jackson has died twice now. We're going to do German, Hindi, Portuguese, Japanese, Russian, Arabic.
obviously no one else in
Chat died. Shut the fuck up. Don't message in a random group chat. It probably won't get answered correctly. DM Ali. I think it's her
including
video.
Jimmy wanted to use it as a work chat.
Don't message in a random group chat.
Now, I will say that even though this image is
Oh, yeah. They were trying to say that John Smith was like Mr. Breast's actual account.
confirmed not to be CP, Ava did seem to think it was at the time, and so this proves that she is even worse than we thought and is a disgusting individual. However, the way Dogpack tried distributing what he believes was a picture of a sexually abused
They barely censored it at first, by the way. Yeah, I do remember this. I remember they did a very poor job censoring it, and then they censored it again in the YouTube studio. Receiving backlash for spreading alleged barely censored CP, then it turned out it wasn't. Yeah, that's right.
child.
They censored it more in the actual YouTube studio afterwards. Wait, is that my video in the corner? Holy, but wait a minute, boys. That could be my video in the corner. Is it? Yo, there it is. I made it. Okay, we made it, boys. We made it. Holy based. We actually made it. That's crazy. I actually got a shout out in this video.
Thousands of possibly child viewers wasn't
We are Ian.
to inform people of degenerate Ava Christison, but instead was to push his own agenda, framing MrBeast into allegedly knowing that Ava was a confirmed pedophile, It's so disgusting. See, I say framing because if you look at all of the messages.
Delete account, Jake Weddle. The mute grab is now the Weddle grab. Kudos to Tony Hawk and crew for the change to the upcoming Pro Skater games. Care to explain Weddle grab?
Just
I'm Pro Skater.
around that image. It's a huge
AF
rant
boys.
from not just Ava, but other people.
Okay, let me go through this.
Pedophile. It's so disgusting. See, I say framing because if.
So this photo is allegedly of Ivanka Trump when she was 13. So it was because it was on a thread on Twitter. I don't know why you would share that in a chat though. Like even like if you believed that was a 13-year-old, like what the fuck are you doing?
Because if you look at all of the
like anyone with a sensible mind would say delete that shit right now. What are you doing? Thank you, Gabby, for the 28 months.
messages around that
Watching slop helps me recover from surgery. Oh, that's good to hear. I hope it went well.
image. It's a
Powerful people and child sex trafficking seems to go together like peanut butter, and child sex trafficking Donald Trump seems to have a pattern of surrounding himself with spelled serial wrong, rapists and sex traffickers. A lot of politicians and rich people do on both sides of the aisle. We all know Bill was diddling.
ran from not
All the evidence is that it's kind of crazy. Jeffrey Epstein just killed himself like that. What a shame. Jeffrey Epstein's not dead.
just Ava, but
Yes, he is. He was a dealer, low man on the totem pole, and they knew he'd talk if he could spend the rest of his life in witness protection or on an island, so they killed him.
other people as
I could swear I read somewhere that someone accused Trump of putting a hit on Epstein.
well. About
We are talking about world leaders who were selling children to these men, rape and murder children. Of course, the top loose ends like that. To paraphrase the autopsy, this dude got choked the fuck out.
pedophiles exposed by the hacker group Anonymous in this Twitter thread she linked with that picture of Ivanka Trump, because it was in that Twitter thread, as well as a rant about Jeffrey Epstein and billionaire pedos. And I don't think context matters here on Ava Tyson.
I like how when he scrolled through it, he didn't censor it, and then like when he's showing the image of it, then he censors the words out.
Inside, I still think this is fucking disgusting. However, I do.
Yeah, it's good that Soggy sees that as well. I don't know why you're sharing that in a chat, bro. Like, even if it's NSFW, like, what are you on?
I think context matters for the people perceiving Ava Chris Tyson's messages. I'm sorry, but if I'd see my friend actively ranting about pedophiles and bashing them, I'd actively be convinced to not think they're a pedophile when they send degenerate memes like this. I just cringe on the inside while thinking that they have a degenerate sense of Zoomer humor.
Yeah, I agree with that. When I saw that, the asexual predator, I was like, okay, that has aged absolutely terribly. But obviously at the time, it wasn't like, oh, I'm doing all this stuff and like all my friends know about it.
Even Trey Yates, the person who leaked the work chat to Dogback and Rosanna, refers to those memes as a weird thing Ava found funny in the past, instead of confirmed pedophile messages.
A lot of the edgy type of content and a lot of the edgy cringeworthy humor.
It's a bad meme. Oh no, it's a bad meme. Like, I hope that was posted in like 2019 or something, because yeah, like posting that in modern day, like, what are you doing?
Ava, like, she sent a bunch of messages that probably shouldn't have been sent in a work group chat.
Is he referring to actual work chats or the one Rosanna and Dawson lied about being a work chat? I don't know.
Just because she thought it was funny at the time.
So even he, who actively dislikes MrBeast, didn't even notice.
So with all this evidence, I think it's definitely
Okay, that's pretty damning. If the guy who leaked the group chat is even like saying he didn't think it was like pedo stuff.
fair to say that Jimmy knew about Ava Tyson's behavior.
Basagi, Rosanna Pansino, and Dogback 404.
Memes like knee surgeries, the shit. Why is that a meme, by the way? It's just the Grinch colored blue, and then it plays Colin Stetson like saxophone. Like, I like that Colin Stetson's been shared around, but I just don't get that meme at all.
Jimmy Beast.
I've reported what I found to the... Oh, that's right. Yeah, she made a tweet saying that she was going to, like, report all of it to the FBI.
To the FBI, so he's gotta be a pedophile. I think people vastly underestimate...
Thank you, James, for the month.
Just how easy you can report someone to the FBI.
Slop. Mr. Breast slop time for feeding the little piggies.
Thank you, Kyle, for the 10. Holy brapper.
Even as a non-American citizen myself, I just created this entire forum of Rosanna Pansino and...
Yeah, you can... Is this the anonymous tip he's looking at? Hang on. Go back. Yeah, it's the anonymous tip form, I think. No, it's not. No, you have to fill out your information on this.
Anna Pansino and Dawson French, aka Dogback404, distributing CP in 2 minutes on tips.fbi.gov, which I will now submit
You can do this completely anonymous, by the way. No backlash. Yeah.
to the FBI. Soggy
I wonder if they even look into anything unless there's like actual attached evidence as well.
serial reporter.
But yeah, I did say that in the video. After Rosanna made the report, I could not see the FBI looking into it at all. I would be very, very surprised if they did.
Rosanna Pansino and Dawson French to the FBI. Holy shit, they've gotta be guilty now. See what I did there? Also, holy
8.9 billion likes. 8.9 billion likes. You know how you get 8 billion likes, by the way? You guys want to know a secret? The best way to get likes on Twitter? Post a DM conversation you have. Okay, first of all, be a Twitter artist. And then second of all, have a conversation with someone about them paying you an exposure. And then screenshot it, put it on Twitter. Instantly 8 billion likes. Even though there aren't that many people using Twitter and most people ran off to Blue Sky. Instant likes. I swear to God, anytime I see some moron asked to pay an exposure, it's over. Like, it's instantly a banger tweet.
shit, they've gotta be guilty now. See what I did there? Also, I didn't submit this because unlike 2 other creators, I'd rather not waste the FBI's time from finding actual CP distributors to push a selfish, manipulative, and personal agenda. And
See, I'm a bit confused now, right? Because in the beginning of the video, he framed it as if Dogpack is the instigator and Rosanna and Jake are the victims. I think that's literally what he said at the beginning of the video. But now he's saying like these 2 YouTubers, like he's grouping them in together. So I'm not really sure what angle he's going for here now. I need to see if I can find the actual bit he said earlier on in the stream, because I feel that that was really important. I don't even know where to find that. But yeah, it was earlier on. And he basically said that, like, these 2 are, like, you know, just... I don't know whether he used the word victims or...
manipulating Rosanna Pansino so you could use...
Okay, no, he did say manipulated her, to be fair.
manipulative and personal agenda. And manipulating Rosanna Pansino...
Okay, nah. He's still going with the original agenda. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
No, so you could use her bigger channel to spread this disinformation is so vile. Look, I knew you were petty, Dawson, but I never expected you to stoop this low. He also tried dragging the famous anime Higehiro.
I got my anime hairline for this one. It might not be over for me, actually. It might not be over. With that hairline, it might not be over.
Hiro and its fandom through the mud by saying it's a...
What's on your mug? You've asked this 20 times. It's a picture of me as a child. It's a picture of me as a child. Like, it's got my birthday on it. And it's me and my... It's me doing like a gambol or something when I was, like, literally a year old.
It's about a 26-year-old...
My mom got it for me.
having a romantic relationship with a minor.
Let's see if Jimmy knew about Ava's concerning behavior. June of 2021, he sends a message of an anime called Higehiro. It says, I bet Chris would love this show. Why?
What's this show about?
Well, it's interesting that you ask, because this show is about a romantic relationship between a 26-year-old salaryman and a 17-year-old high school runaway.
So Jimmy in the chats is saying,
I remember, I'm going to say the exact same thing I said when I reacted to that originally. Actual anime moment.
I bet Chris would love this show because it's right up her alley.
Why do you think Chris would love that show, Jimmy?
And MrBeast saying Ava would love this? Even though the anime is about the exact opposite.
He posted that one thing about the anime with the, like, a doll getting into a relationship with a...
That's, okay, here's the thing. That's a lie. That is such a bullshit lie. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
He literally said...
No.
He literally said, I
the
think
context...
Chris would like this. Why would he say that, though?
No, the context of...
Oh my god, don't speak over each other challenge. Holy.
Of that anime, that show is about a 26-year-old guy, okay? He takes in this runaway girl who is selling herself...
Who's 17.
...to prostitution. She's like 17 or whatever, 16. I don't remember. She's 17, 16. She's selling her body because she ran away from home because some other shit happened. And I remember this because my friend tried showing this to me, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? It turned out it was actually a very wholesome show about this dude kind of teaching her like how to get through like all this trauma that she had in her life. There was never any romantic intentions there. Sure, if you watch the anime in the first episode, the girl was coming on to him, but the guy rejected her and saw her as a daughter. That whole show, he had a whole nother...
Okay, it sounds like anime cope. It does sound like anime cope, I won't lie. But I actually can't verify that because I don't watch anime. Is there anyone in the chat? Because I hate to admit it, he could be completely right, but
Hey,
it sounds like cope.
Thank you for stream. We'll be using this as background music while I'm playing Dark Souls.
Thank you, Spared, for the 10. Has anyone seen this anime? Can we confirm? Because that is like holy cope. He could be making a good argument, but I've heard that argument way too many times. Heavy cope. You don't watch anime? I genuinely don't. I do sometimes in Sweden, but like, yeah, not really. Because I swear it's the same cope they use, where it's like, she looks underage, but she's actually a 300-year-old tree spirit. I would assume he's right, but the pure anime cope all use... Yeah, this is what I mean. It sounds genuine, but it's like, it's just... It's buried down in all the actual cope. It's wholesome AF, the show. It's wholesome AF. I mean, if it's like a father and daughter thing, you know, that's like Ellie and Joel in The Last of Us, right? Like, okay, here we go. Someone with an anime picture. It was a father-daughter relationship, and the girl had a weird form to view someone who's willing to help her. I mean, yeah, as long as they're not dating and stuff in the show, as long as they're not dating and stuff, that kind of makes sense. What's it called again? The anime? I'll see if I can look up the synopsis for it.
Wholesome Chungus Show.
Chat, what's the name? What's the name of the anime? Thank you, Epic Danky, for the 20 gifted. Appreciate it. Higashio. Yeah, I just need to know how to spell it. Higa Hero. It's a comedy series. All right. Now, I'm using like fucking Google for this, by the way. An office worker takes in a runaway schoolgirl. Despite the difference in age and personalities, they form a bond. Despite the age and in personalities, they form a bond. Yeah, just keep saying the same thing, idiot. What's the story? Young, handsome salaryman gathered up the courage to confess his feelings for his employer and longtime Wait, is that the same thing? Okay, that doesn't look good if that's the right... Are we sure it's this? What's the story? Confess his feelings to his crush, Ariri Goto? Oh, that's his employer, though. Yeah, that's his employer. That's not the girl. Right? So that's fun.
K-On! Shuffle is better.
I'll be honest, bro. I can't say anything until I've watched the show. Or someone explains it to me. I got nothing on this one.
C3po hello Mr. Cynical, have you seen the video about the slop problem from Raymundo? He talks about you a fair bit, think you should check it out.
Thank you, Ravioli, for the 10. Yeah, I've seen a lot of videos cropping up being critical of the slop content. I do want to do like a video like reacting to them and stuff, definitely. I think that's a good idea. Open Wikipedia. Okay, let's see. Holy flashbang. Then we have dark mode. Then picked up a high school girl. Romantic comedy light novel series. This is the manga though, right? Young handsome salaryman confesses feelings to his employer. He ends up being rejected, goes out drinking with his co-worker. While heading back home in a drunken state, he meets Saya, a teenage high school girl who asks to spend the night with him. He lets her in out of pity because he's too exhausted to argue, saying to himself he'll chase her out tomorrow. The next day, sobered up, asks Saru how she ended up in his apartment. She reveals that had to run away from her family and has been prostituting herself to random, yeah, that's what they said, to random men in exchange for a place to stay. Now, knowing her backstory, Yoshida, feeling bad for her, finds himself unable to kick out of the house, and their time living together begins. I mean, there's nothing romantic there being mentioned. So yeah, I guess the guy that sounded like Anime Cope was being honest.
Other love interest in that show this whole time. This was never about.
Why does this affect Mr. Breast? Because he, on an account, if it was his account, linked the anime saying this is something Ava would like, basically implying that he knew that she was doing like underage stuff.
Of the dude getting into a sexual relationship with a 17-year-old.
You guys actively pissed off the entire anime side of Twitter with this one. So this again, pissed.
Community notes is by far the greatest Twitter feature. If you actually watched it, you'd know that Higuro is actually extremely wholesome and not as creepy.
Off the entire anime side of Twitter with this.
Higuro mid, but it's actually pretty obvious right from the start that it is not a romantic relationship.
So this again, more so proof.
Yeah, imagine being corrected by anime Twitter, it's over.
Jimmy didn't know.
So with all this evidence, I think it's
You lie about an allegedly sexual abused child to push your personal revenge narrative.
definitely fair to say that Jimmy knew about Ava Tyson's behavior.
Wanna know the worst of all? Dogpack and Rosanna used what they thought was a CP picture as clickbait for their fucking thumbnail. They even A/B tested 3
Try prison school. What the hell is prison school, little bro?
versions of it. You know, just trying to get some more views by putting alleged CP in your quirky thumbnails. Will the allegedly abused child garner more views with right?
Oh wow, he somehow got all the A/B tests as well. Because the way that YouTube works with the ABC testing is you can upload different versions of the same thumbnail. Well, different thumbnails to see which one gets clicked on the most. I found it to be completely pointless, honestly. It's always the same numbers.
With a red background
Thank you, Ravioli, for the 13 months.
or the pink background. Following their logic, they are now
Your goat is Ava, which has sus-ass scenes. Kind of hypocritical on your end. Are you talking about Shinji and Lissad Cumhand? Are you talking about that?
both confirmed files and should have 100%
I just like how depressing the show is. It's like if you had Simon from Cry of Fear as a person.
known that of one another. I can't, dude. I can't. And this video, where they do all this, a dogpack dares to try and invalidate my past accusations that his video IDs he came up with while working at MrBeast were
He also made multiple weird, inappropriate, disrespectful jokes towards colleagues, such as we should do 1000 boob transplant video, stuff that creeped out co-workers, all within the first 3 weeks of working there.
weirding and creeping employees out.
I suggested a video for breast cancer awareness about buying 1,000 boobs. Which, like, maybe not the most professional way to phrase it, you know, it's a little clickbaity or whatever, but like the actual video is supposed to be paying for mastectomies and cosmetic surgeries for breast cancer. So
The thing is, I think Dogpack could be completely honest there. I think he could actually be 100% right. But it really doesn't help his case that he's like smiling when he says it. I don't know. It's difficult because just everything is just under such a microscope.
It's amazing. That's wonderful.
Let's chat this afternoon. Dawson, delete buying 1000 boobs. Nah, it's legit good. Part of Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
With a thumbnail and title like these? Oh, wait. If this wasn't supposed to be creepy or weird, then why did you make sure to blur the title and thumbnail when showing it on screen? Don't be shy. I still got the sharp
Oh, damn. He actually got it. I censored out the bras out of respect.
version.
Could you imagine if that was... Okay, no meme. I actually want to get that tattooed on my body. You know how like one of Chad's mates and Cold One's got the MrBeast tattoo of the curing blindness? Have you guys seen that? I know I show this like all the time, bro. I'm really sorry. It lives rent free in my head. This lives rent free in my head. It's actually time stamped. I'm actually that rent free about it.
From Fiverr?
$80.
Honestly, I don't want to look at it.
What does the text say?
What do you mean text? You said there's no letters.
It says uploaded 1 month ago. Give him a look.
The fact that it's just over 8 minutes as well.
Oh, was it because 4 objectified headless pairs of boobs with the MrBeast clickbait face and the title "I bought 1,000 boobs" wasn't in line with your "I'm not a weird creep" agenda you were trying to push? Yeah, this it's about cancer awareness message seems more like you realizing your manager didn't think that joke objectifying women was funny, and you're then desperately trying to save your own skin by you know, using cancer, especially when you also sent in these work IDs such as Baby Battle Royale with
Baby Battle Royale. Put babies in a circle with weapons. If a baby leaves or cries, they're eliminated. Parents watch from above. Last baby standing or crawling wins $1 million. Use baby-safe weapons like balloons, nunchucks, and mace. Mace. Isn't that like a spray? Close off a city, rob a bank, and have a police chase. If the police catch you, they tase you, you get $500,000. Make it as real as possible. Hire news helicopter team.
babies carrying assault rifles, or MrBeast does
These are banger ideas. You're a psychopath. The police chase one is kind of genius, though. Trying every drug. Could you imagine? Could you imagine him trying? Could you imagine drug 19? And he does it all back to back, eh? He'll start off with something low, like nicotine. I'll have like a cigarette. Then maybe some alcohol. And then by like drug 19, he's just doing Fent and lean.
Every drug challenge? Were those also for Breast Cancer Awareness Month? Also, didn't you say that MrBeast is mainly targeted toward kids?
Encouraging like almost children simping for these people. I would say he's gained
Yeah, I don't know why, like, if he was on payroll, like, saying that.
most of his audience since then. And
I've slowed down our videos, focused on storytelling, let scenes breathe, yelled less, more personality, and our videos have skyrocketed.
his content's only gotten younger. Now, MrBeast intentionally manipulates these children's vulnerable minds.
What happened to that claim? Look, I expected
1 minute to win $1 million. Dogpack promoting gambling to kids.
them at the end of the video to say that it was some twisted parody. But nope, they seemed pretty proud of their slanderous content where they admitted to committing multiple alleged federal crimes.
I like how we all had Fent on mind. It's just a funny word, Fent. Like, weed isn't funny. Fent is hilarious.
So, same time next week? But his collateral damage doesn't end with allegedly abused children. He also uses old people. For example, he tried using...
This is the wink cope. I remember this. Like, it was a CGI wink just to show how, like, the videos are just so fake.
Contestant 58 from the ages 1 to 100 video.
That is a terrifying thumbnail. Like, I know this video's in defense of MrBeast, but that was a terrifying thumbnail.
By claiming that he didn't really wink.
In this video, this wink was added in post.
And that number
I like the smile he has as well, like in all the thumbnails, like...
Number 58 didn't hear number 42 getting out of the booth.
In fact, 58 was actually on the far opposite side of the room from 42, and he just didn't hear him.
And because of that, number 58, a 58-year-old man, was so confused and getting harassed online to the point he felt that he had to make a TikTok about it.
Hey guys, Mr. 58. Been a while since I've posted anything, but something's really been...
Wait.
58 had to...
I want to check when this was uploaded, because I'm going to start to think... I don't want to seem schizo, but I feel like if this TikTok was, like, mysteriously made, like, a day ago or something, then it's a little bit sussy, right? So I'm going to check when it actually came out. Hang on.
Hey guys, Mr. 58. Been a while since I've posted anything, but something's really been concerning me a little bit. I've been seeing things on the internet that have said I didn't wink in the MrBeast video 1 to 100. I did wink. I winked a few times, as a matter of fact. The other thing that's been said is I didn't hear...
I like how chat is just not taking in what the guy's saying, and they're just all saying cute dog.
42 say he was stepping out of his cube. Yes, I heard 42 say he was stepping out of his cube. 42 and I actually discussed that after we left the set, that I did hear him. So yes, I heard 42 say he was stepping out of his cube. And also, I did it on my own accord to step out with 2 seconds left on the clock. I knew I was going to do that. So I just wanted to come on here and make a quick video and let you guys know that I know of nothing in that video that was staged whatsoever. It was 100% legit, and I don't know why these rumors are going over the internet that these things didn't happen,
I'm assuming this is when the dog pack video actually dropped though, right? That was uploaded the 24th of July. Okay. So yeah, I think that that TikTok was uploaded like shortly after. Hang on. Yeah, okay. So the video came out, the video on MrBeast came out in July. This response was uploaded in August.
that I was, what'd they say?
So this was because of the dog pack video.
Post-edited after the video was shot. That's not true. I winked. Everything that I did in that video, and nothing was edited after the fact. So I just wanted to come on here and just kind of set the record straight, and hope everyone's doing well. I'll try and post more, and thanks again for continuing to follow me. Everybody be good, and have a great day.
Base boomer. You can definitely tell he just drinks whiskey and plays Candy Crush with his wife.
Make a TikTok about it.
Hey guys, Mr. 58.
XQC type stream. Bro, he would leave the video running. Come on, give me a break.
Been a while since I've posted anything, but something's really been concerning me a little bit. I've been seeing things on the internet that have said I didn't wink in the MrBeast video 1 to 100. I did wink. I winked a few times, as a matter of fact. The other thing that's been said is I didn't hear 42 say he was stepping out of his cube. Yes, I heard 42 say he was stepping out of his cube. I did it on my own accord to step out with 2 seconds left on the clock. I know of nothing in that video that was staged whatsoever, and I don't know why these rumors are going over the internet that these things didn't happen. Everything that I did in that video, and nothing was edited after the fact. Everybody be good, and have a great day.
This is just sad. I actually got mad seeing this old sweet guy get so upset. And what was Dogback's proof for these claims? Well, I've got to preview the 1 to 100 video once, so now you've got to believe every baseless claim I make around.
This meeting was run by Mac. It was for the ages 1 to 100 video. First cut didn't have the revenge storyline. Max said he could add the wink in post by turning a wink into a blink. MrBeast also fakes his videos and rigs his challenges. Yeah, it's a bit of a jump, right? Like one bit is fake and then like all of it's fake. I don't know why you're running defense for them. I'm not, I'm disproving your lies. I censored name and phone number. Let me read this. Hey Dawson, this is Blank from Creative. Quick question. Any chance you'd be down to come watch the 1 to 100 video from 3:30 till 4 until 6 p.m? Tyler wants to get a variety of people's opinions, so I'm assembling a little group. Let me know if you're down and available. We'll be at Studio C in the conference room. Hey, I'd love to. Awesome, thank you. Hey, what creative team do you lead? And could I talk to them for 15 minutes today? I want to get feedback on main channel concepts. Thanks. I lead all the teams. Most of them are very busy over the next couple of days. You can chat with the team. You can chat with Team A as long as it's only 15 minutes.
Found it. Because you're so trustworthy, Dawson. I'd rather believe the sweet old guy who literally was in the video.
Everybody be good, and have a great day.
He did it with Mark Bates, a random subscriber contestant.
I subscribed to MrBeast and literally won $1 million. I literally...
Oh, this was the guy that said like in a video that MrBeast didn't help him afterwards.
Was in this video right here, and all I did was subscribe. I had no relation with MrBeast or anything like that. And they flew me down to North Carolina. I live in Cleveland, and changed my life forever. Literally. All I did was subscribe.
Who won $1 million and then made a video after winning that prize, which Dogbag just took a very out of context clip from.
Another example of things slipping through the cracks.
The second thing that I probably would do different is invest. I talked to Jimmy after I won $1 million, after I finally got the remaining amount in my bank account. I was telling him, I was like, man,
I swear I reacted to this guy's video before as well.
I don't want to fail. I don't want to be like how everybody's saying, like I'm gonna run out of money and do all this crazy stuff. I was like, man, Jimmy, please help me. And he said he was gonna help me and we was gonna invest, but yeah, that didn't happen. So.
Oh no, he didn't invest for Mark. Oh wait, what's this clip right after? Which Dogpack conveniently didn't put in his video?
Invest, but yeah, that didn't happen. So. Yeah, and let me clarify, Jimmy did help me. Cause I know, like I said, I know y'all be like, oh, he didn't help him. He did help me financially, but like giving me money he did give me funds.
Oh, so MrBeast still funded Mark even after winning and spending the $1 million? Okay, apparently they just...
After the video, we put Mark on a monthly salary at the company to give him a passive income stream.
Had him on a monthly salary at the MrBeast company without him having to perform any work there. Well, this guy's a victim.
I'm not a victim. Jimmy really helped me out so much these last 4 years.
Mark Pate himself was so fucking frustrated from Dogpack using this out of context clip to push his personal agenda that he made 2 more videos speaking out against all of the DMs he was getting from Dogpack's followers.
Channel everywhere. You guys been saying that I'm a victim of MrBeast and that he didn't help me. You've been talking about everything. It's not my story, so I really wanted to get up here and tell you guys that MrBeast really did come through for me. Jimmy, I love you.
Dogpack doesn't give a shit about who or what he uses or whose life he ruins just to push his own narrative, and it's fucking disgusting. Showing out of...
I definitely think you could argue that Dogpack is like a disgruntled ex-employee that wanted to take him down. But again, that being said, like, a lot of this still hasn't really been debunked, right? Like, the Jake Weddle stuff hasn't. That wasn't debunked, and that was a pretty big thing. The illegal lottery wasn't really debunked. The third one was, but not the first 2. I mean, the third one, he did basically clean up on that, to be fair. He did, you know, be like, okay, we're going to make this all, like, apparent now, make it all open, transparent. Yeah, it's going to be weird because it's obvious that this isn't going to be a clean sweep. I think he definitely is debasing, like, a lot of it. But there's still some, like, pretty heavy allegations that haven't really gone away.
Context clips and snippets is something that Dogpack does a lot, by the way. He also did it with Mac when MrBeast...
Watch the video before saying anything. I don't want to just watch a video in silence and not give any kind of input, because then there's just no point even streaming it, honestly.
Asked him what he was gonna do with the $800,000 he won.
What are you gonna spend the $800,000 on?
I've got 3 friends of mine, childhood friends of mine, and they don't have a lot of money. I'm gonna make sure they don't have to worry about money anymore. I mean, my life's changed now.
Oh, wow. He's gonna give it to his 3 less fortunate friends? Well, that is so kind. Let's see what Dawson made of this.
Bathrooms.
What are you gonna spend the $800,000 on?
I mean, my life's changed now.
Yeah, I'm sure that $800,000 is really going to change your life.
Oh, he cut that whole part out to insinuate Mac was gonna spend it on more bathrooms in his huge mansion that he didn't even have.
Mac started working full-time on the editing team at MrBeast. Also, he didn't just move into any...
Yeah, he used to be with Airac, I think, that guy.
The old house, he moved into a $1 million mansion. His 6,000 square foot $1 million mansion comes with a movie theater and 7 bathrooms.
See, I saw the actual property listing and, well, obviously I can't show this, so you've got to trust me on my word. But the house is on the name of another editor at MrBeast, which Mac was sleeping over at because he himself didn't have a house. But Saugi, didn't you expose Mac for being a liar? Why are you now picking his side? I don't...
This is literally what iDubbbz did when he was doing a counter argument.
Pick sides, nor do I just blindly hate every person.
Ah, he did the video on Airac, that's right. Jesus, I barely recognize him because, like, his hair's so different.
I criticize. What am I? A disgruntled employee acting like a toddler? Mac left Airac after all. And by the way, I've never seen Mac try and use fake CP to push a personal agenda. Also, Dogpack, take that clip from my video out of yours. Cause now you're using my content to push your lies.
Over the next 7 days, I'm gonna be giving 1,000 random people that subscribe a free Samsung Galaxy S24.
How is this legal? I don't get it. All you have to do is subscribe to your channel.
All you have to do to enter to win one of these phones is subscribe.
It's a scam. Holy shit.
The Samsung giveaway was legit. Here you can see old testimonies from randoms.
I finally got my Samsung S24. Never expected to get randomly chosen. What was that email?
The Samsung giveaway was legit. Here you can...
Hi, you've been selected as a winner. What's this on? Is this some plebit? Is this email legit?
Here you can see old testimonies from random subscribers who won and got contacted by MrBeast. Also, PewDiePie never bashed that clip. It's just another example of Dogpack's manipulative editing. Now, even though we've only touched the tip...
I just think PewDiePie doesn't like MrBeast. I'll be honest. I just don't think he likes the kind of content that MrBeast makes.
Of the lies of Dogback Iceberg so far, I preemptively want to ask Dawson, why would you knowingly spread all of this disinformation? Now, Dogback, something you really shouldn't say because it would make you look real dumb.
Kind of ironic for PewDiePie to call it a scam when he signed up for DLive. Isn't that the crypto streaming platform or something? That name rings a bell. That's an old head thing.
Is either...
He mentioned the fact that he is not a professional journalist or investigator, just a guy throwing allegations around for other people to properly investigate.
As you did in a desperate attempt to save the little credibility you had left after falsely accusing someone of domestic violence and kicking their dog in your third video. Because this is what you said in your first video, which I'm also disproving.
And I don't want to put a lot of like hearsay into this video. You should just believe the receipts that I'm showing you and not what I'm saying.
Well, I've looked at the receipts, Dawson, and so far they're telling me that you're a lying asshole. And before you try and defend yourself with plausible deniability, I'll just play this clip.
MrBeast knows this, but you know, he's a poker player. He likes a little bluffery, a little plausible deniability.
Also, me disproving cheap attempts at slander from this guy doesn't mean I'm defending this guy. I know a lot of people believe in the...
I have heard that MrBeast has made the majority of his like initial money from gambling. Like he was a huge gambler. But I've never ever... I've heard that from a couple YouTubers, but not a single one has or can show me any proof of that.
Delusion that defending MrBeast is the safe option. I know there's people have been living under a rock lately, but defending MrBeast right now is actual career.
There's videos of MrBeast gambling. Oh, I don't disbelieve that he doesn't gamble, definitely.
Suicide. While regurgitating Dogback's lies is the easy and safe way to generate millions of views and hundreds of thousands of dollars.
He's over. He's actually over. I love Pegasus's thumbnails actually turned into parody. It's so good. I love it. He's over.
My opinion.
Like, what does he's over even mean? Like, he's done? That makes sense. He's over. He is over.
Blindly taking
some of those words you say like 30 times in a row and you just go insane, like, because it just loses any kind of meaning.
Either side should be heavily frowned upon because there are some very questionable and fucked up decisions MrBeast has made that he needs to be held accountable for. And fucked
MrBeast apparently did not pay for the... I heard about this. He didn't pay for the eye surgery.
Decisions MrBeast has made that he needs to be held accountable for. And I'll get to that. However, to effectively criticize him, help genuine
If
victims,
you're doing
and
React
hold them
today,
morally
you
and
should
legally
react to the
accountable.
old Max Mifo and Chad cooking videos with George and iDubbbz. Hope your day is going well.
Thank you, old head, for the 10. Yeah, I could check him out.
We must first clear the table of all of the lies that have been spread by Dawson French, aka Dogback404, such as the lie of Feastables using child slavery. It takes a single Google search to find several public articles to prove that from October 2023, the same time when they took their slave-free banner off of the Feastables website, they've been in talks to join Tony Chocolonely's Open Chain Ethical Sourcing Initiative, and did so officially from March 2024, which if you don't know, Tony...
I heard that chocolate bar was basically made to make sure that like everyone gets paid like a fair wage. That's why it's like always way more expensive than the other chocolate bars you see. It actually tastes banging as well. Like that is good chocolate.
Tony's is a Dutch chocolate brand known for their goal to produce chocolate as ethically as possible, and one of few companies legitimately doing so. I mean, now Feastables is the first...
I mean, yeah, if you're going up against Nestle, like I'm not surprised.
Major US-based company who joined...
I was so disappointed. This San Pellegrino I always drink. I was so disappointed to find out that they're secretly owned by Nestle.
...them with the goal to actively reduce child labor and slavery in the chocolate production process. But then, why they take slave-free banner off of Feastables website? Well, dear Dogback, already typing that question up on Twitter, you can literally read the answer on the Tony Chocolonely's website. Why did you make the switch from slave-free to exploitation-free? We've adapted our mission messaging to help us express the scope of impact work we do today. When Tony started, we were laser focused on one issue in the cocoa industry, but as we've grown, our areas of impact have grown too. Our mission statement needs to be inclusive of all the work we do today, from addressing multidimensional poverty to remediating child labor and everything in between. Wow, it took one Google search to not falsely accuse someone of using child slavery? Yes. For the people who don't know, Dogpack did falsely accuse someone of DV and AB.
MrBeast, Dogpack404, put out his third video, MrBeast's Secret CEO, in which he was later proven to have accused
Yeah, this is the video that he took down. I remember this.
An innocent man, James Warren, MrBeast's cousin, of domestic violence. He later admitted this on Twitter after his own source.
The 6 NC criminal court case were not the DV. I still have some FOIA requests out, but an alleged current MrBeast employee reached out to me giving me their side of the story. And this person is mistaken with a lot of details, but I do now believe that the James Warren DV case that circulated the office was most likely the wrong James Warren. Of course, none of my sources knew that.
Disproved him, and he looked into it himself, only to find out he accused the wrong guy.
And that slanders video is still up, by the way, after more than a month of people begging him to take it down. Disclaimer, he took it down a few days ago, but after almost 2 months and—
Yeah, I was going to say, it wasn't deleted, it's unlisted. I mean, it technically is the same thing, but yeah, obviously keeping it up for so long is not great.
3.1 million views, you're not getting off the hook that easily, Dawson. And the video of the false CP allegation—
Thank you, bro, for the 8 months.
This is also still up. He also made life-ruining allegations against Lokoya Hill, who was the person that made the decision to fire Dogpack. Here's an audio clip from the leaked firing interview at Beast.
I'm a lawyer, I'm our CEO. Part of my job is you're pushing back on everything that we're saying. So what
Well, because you're trying to fire me, and I want to work at this company.
I'm the CEO of this company. If I'm talking, don't interrupt me. And I am telling you this is what's happening, and you're telling me that I'm wrong. I am not wrong. I've made the decision. Here, we will take care of how
I appreciate that. Can I please have a second chance?
It's not.
Just, if I'm getting paid, just let me come in and let me try to be coachable. If Hoodie changes his mind, can I? And I've been trying to get to this point of working on MrBeast for a long time.
I wonder why he's trying to destroy Lokoya's life.
I think there are other people at the company.
That was scary, though, how that guy said, like, no, I'm talking, I'm the COO. Like, damn.
If I were to switch departments, that would be very happy to have me. I don't care about the salary.
It's not what happened, dude.
Or Doc Scara.
She's your hiring manager.
Or put a picture of his manager.
Wait, how was it, Docs?
It's not what happened, dude.
Or Doc Scara.
I'm guessing surname is the Docs there.
She's your hiring manager.
Why is that a Docs? There's no, like, home address shown. Greenville, North Carolina, United States. Well, I guess... I don't know if that was actually censored out in the video or not. That's pretty...
Or put a picture of his manager on his psychotic wall for no reason but
I get it if he's upset with the company. That was his dream job, but it just didn't work out. But to randomly put me there as a form of revenge in front of millions made me see his video through the context of someone with a grudge rather than fair criticism of things we could do better on.
personal spite. Coincidentally, all 3 of those people were in the room when Dogpack was fired.
I'm our CEO.
Car, we are still going to reimburse you.
This is the original contract and the original NDA. And
I was just hiring a hit on someone.
It's like he's just doing all this
Commission is ready. Shut up.
out of a personal grudge. Yes.
We will lie if we have to. I mean, of course. I just try to be honest, I guess.
What is selfless hero? You know, a selfless hero who, whenever he can, mentions that he didn't make these slanderous videos with any personal gain in mind.
That's like the whole point of this is the video's not monetized. It's on a new account.
Wait, what do you mean that's the whole point? You didn't say that.
Like, you know, in the description of my video, it says...
Yeah, this thing with Ludwig was really awkward because you could tell that, like, he already had a grudge against Ludwig, and Ludwig is obviously biased in favor of MrBeast. Because I do remember Ludwig's stream got a lot of flack, the initial stream, because he was definitely, like, you know, kind of downplaying a lot of the stuff. Because it's obvious that they're friends, right? Like, they have, like, ongoing business relationships and stuff like that.
Or in the intro.
But then at the same time as well, I know that Ludwig made the choice to, like, drop Feastables from the streamer games. Because it was just like, this is going to look really bad if we're sponsored, and I just don't want to do this, like, ethically.
It says this is not monetized, because if it's monetized, then people think I'm just doing it for clout and money.
But you're doing it to expose the truth on woke media.
Exactly.
But you're doing it to expose the truth on woke media.
Exactly.
This is textbook.
I just think they were both being very snide to each other. I don't really think there's much to glean off that interaction. It was obvious that they were both trying to set each other up for a gotcha moment. and they just stonewalled each other because they were both just being very passive aggressive.
Manipulation. Him saying he's not gaining anything out of these videos is extremely deceptive. He gained 700,000 loyal subscribers, collaborations with huge creators which he's clearly trying to abuse, and it's all built on lies, deceit, and manipulation. If there is one person who gained anything from all this, it's Dogpack. And purely out of principle, I'm putting a mid-roll ad here. Here Dogpack talks about how MrBeast scammed everyone.
There's actually a fair amount of Ludwig hate in the chat. I'm kind of surprised. I thought everyone thought he was like wholesome.
By having people pay to get their memes sent to the moon, the rocket exploding, and them not offering refunds.
The only interaction I've had with Ludwig is he did a video a while ago. This is well over a year ago, I think maybe 2 years, where he reacted to like YouTubers' response videos, and he reacted to like EDP and stuff, and then he reacted to my response video, and he was so disgusted by the messages that I said that he basically closed the video, and then he didn't even like my part in his stream didn't even make it into the final cut. He got the editors to remove it.
Funds.
I mean, I don't blame him, to be fair. I actually don't blame him.
First of all, people have shown proof of getting refunds even before the failed launch, just because it took longer than expected. Second of all, have you thought about a second launch? And as usual, I don't just
We're trying to get a second space mission with the memes to the moon going, but it takes a lot of time and planning.
have to take Dustin's word for it. The news article, which you put in your proof document, literally states the following. However, failure would not mean the end for S Robotic, which is the company MrBeast paid to carry a copy of the hard drive filled with the memes. It's certainly going to have some impact on our relationships and our ability to secure additional missions in the future. S Robotic already has a contract to fly another robotic lunar lander mission for NASA later this year. And this conveniently went unmentioned in your video.
3 years later, the spaceship finally launched, carrying beautiful pictures of deceased loved ones to the moon, where they would be immortalized. It fucking exploded.
Side note here, Dogpack also uses another very manipulative tactic, where he shows this stinky, dinky scrap metal rocket instantly exploding, which made people believe that MrBeast was really trying to nickel and dime this entire space mission, while in reality, the actual spacecraft carrying the hard drive was a high-quality Vulcan Centaur rocket made in collaboration with NASA as well as the ULA.
Vulcan rocket, launching a new era in spaceflight to the moon and beyond.
Stinky dinky rocket, high quality spacecraft carrying the hard drive with memes from MrBeast. Dogpack's manipulation, reality. But Soggy, what about—
I mean, he didn't say that it didn't happen, though. I mean, it did still happen, though. It did happen. Dogpack didn't lie. But he definitely did avoid showing the full context there, 100%.
About the insider knowledge he has from working there?
In my opinion, as somebody who worked for MrBeast,
it has been proven time and time again, he only worked there for 20 workdays.
Involuntary termination, 19th to March the 25th.
As a new employee in like a 250 to 300 employee company, you're not gonna get much credible insider knowledge in 20 days. But he also had anonymous text messages from ex-MrBeast employees. Well, see, I have two notes on that. One is that I feel like anonymous text messages can be used as tangible proof if either you have the receipts to back them up, or you as a person can be trusted to not have faked or manipulated them. Which, I don't think we can trust Dawson on that one. And two, even if those messages are from legitimate ex-MrBeast employees, they're wrong. This text, for example, which Dogpack uses as a foundation.
When the results showing the videos rigged in the 100 boys versus girls, we were told it would be a PR problem if boys won by a lot. Also didn't have enough girls to film, so several MrBeast employees stepped in for the video, but most had to get out almost immediately, so production was told to get more boys out to make it closer. Also, at the end, when we divided the circle into 10 parts, there was a shift change of the people monitoring the contestants. After that, I noticed no more girls got out, so I thought the results were pretty much rigged.
For MrBeast rigging his challenges, according to them, after a shift change in the 100 boys v girls video, no girls were eliminated when closing off their circles, so it was pretty much rigged. They think? Okay. Love the lack of confidence in their own claims, and the lack of confidence makes sense, because if you simply watch the 100 girls v boys
Hi,
video,
Mr.
you can
Cynical.
clearly see—
Have you seen anything about the month-long Ethan Klein crash out? Stuff is crazy and sad, my brother. Much love. Hope you're here for another 10 years.
Thank you, Norman, for the 10. I'll be honest, mate. I have not followed that at all. I just know that Hassan and Ethan had a podcast together, and now I think they don't like each other. I really haven't looked into it, mate, honestly.
A girl got eliminated during that part of the challenge. And in this behind the scenes video, you can even see how many cameras...
Right, let me go back because that donor.
Watch the 100 girls v boys video, you can clearly see a girl got eliminated during that part of the challenge. And in this behind the scenes video, you can even see how many cameras they had to make sure the challenge wasn't rigged.
So we could constantly monitor it. This is the kind of stuff we don't normally show. We had to have 6 or 7 people here monitoring every angle because if they just touch the red line, they're out.
He also used this video as a prime example of MrBeast never using random
I'm amazed they don't use sensors or anything. They still have like humans do it.
subscribers, even though multiple people who can be identified by their nameplate can be proven to be random, non-influencer
Works at entrepreneur.
contestants from outside of
Lives in Ohio. Poor fella.
North Carolina.
They are never random subscribers. If you subscribe, you will not win $1 million.
I subscribed to MrBeast and literally won $1 million.
Oh, that contestant had to get out for her job? I guess you forgot she's your hiring manager. I actually recognize a lot of people in this video, including Jimmy's own girlfriend.
Yeah, Dawson. Because they were filling in for contestants who had COVID at the time. You can see MrBeast's girlfriend publicly talking about this in a podcast from years ago, by the way.
I saw on your Twitter that you were in the video 100 girls versus 100 boys for $500,000.
Yes, that was an accident. On the day, everybody had to go for COVID tests, and a lot of people came, got their COVID tests, and they tested positive. And the girls somehow ended up with way too little contestants. So I got a call randomly from the studio, and they're like, we need a female.
What, you wanted them?
Okay, first of all, holy Kiwi accent. Jesus Christ, sounds like a female Dolan. But also, it's good that he actually backed up that claim with evidence. Because could you imagine he just said, oh yeah, they all got COVID, and then he just shows no evidence, it'd be over. But yeah, he actually backed that up with a, yeah, damn.
To let contestants with COVID participate in the challenge. And in this podcast, she also...
I'm actually a Kiwi. I'm from New Zealand, bro. How are you doing today? I'm actually dating MrBeast.
says that the contestants were informed beforehand that...
South African accent. It's not South African, it's Kiwi. She's from South Africa? No way. She wasn't using the letter U enough. Really? I thought she was Kiwi.
If they lost, they'd still receive the $5,000 prize.
She's from South Africa? Okay, alright then. Call me racist. The South African accent and the Kiwi accent are very similar.
Prize money.
Which was the plot twist. Even if you leave, you get to keep the $5,000, which makes it easier for people to leave
You get to keep the $5,000, bro. You get to keep the $5,000.
the circle.
Yeah.
So the goal was, it was sort of a psychological test, really.
And the people know that if they left, that they would still win.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was the big plot twist, which I'm a huge fan of.
So not only...
Wait, what's her name? I need to confirm this. I know this is not relevant to the plot at all, but my ADHD. Oh, she is South African. Oh, it's over. Yeah, I'm racist. I'm racist. It's over.
They would still win.
Yes.
Okay.
2016 Pyro's back, boys. It's over.
Yeah, so that was the big plot twist, which I'm a huge fan of.
So not only...
She was South African, bro. I didn't know that, bro. Because South African people sound like this, bro. And she didn't sound like that, bro. She sounded Kiwi, bro.
Were you wrong on all accounts? This is probably the worst video you could have possibly tried building your case on, that MrBeast challenges are rigged. And then your only other example of this accusation is the "in 10 minutes this room will explode" video.
I want to show one more example. This is a real-time video, meaning that time elapses
You're getting cancelled on Twitter by all 6 people that are still using it.
the same in the video as it does
I actually saw people using Blue Sky, and it actually looks so much more like... It looks so much more tolerable than Twitter. Genuinely.
in real life. And the timer is clearly added in post.
Okay, this is just getting embarrassing at this point, but you sent me this picture, Dawson, to seem more credible by proving you were on the set of a video. And if you look real closely at the picture that you took, you'll notice that it's the set from the 10-minute video, where you can see that the timer was in fact not added in post.
So you could assume that producers might be off camera with remote switches to trigger the flow of water.
Assume my ass. You didn't assume shit, you're breaking your NDA by spreading confidential info you knew from being on that set. And yes, I do give permission to anyone whose life got damaged by Dawson French to use my video against him in court.
The producers might know how long it takes for the water to clear out of the room, so they can sort of decide on the fly how many turns of the valve it takes, or just when to trigger the water in general to make the results close.
No, they did it for safety, as to not force someone to exert extreme force trying to turn valves underwater in a room submerged in water. Just like they replaced contestants who had COVID with employees, because for safety reasons. A thing you so vehemently claim they lack at the company. Same with this video, where a safety team forced a Mr.
For a video, I remember asking the safety guy, and he said he made them go off the raft on day 4 because of a lightning storm for about an hour, then put them back on as soon as it was safe. Also, calling a rusty barge a luxury yacht is hilarious. I'll send you a video.
MrBeast crew off of their raft in the 7 Days Stranded at Sea video for about an hour because of this dangerous lightning storm. Wait, what was it you said again?
You can clearly see there's no one in the shelter. These are their empty beds. But you didn't spend the night soaked, Jimmy. You slept on the production yacht.
Oh yeah. You lied about
I like how the production yacht is the actual thumbnail. Like it has to be a golden plated yacht.
them allegedly sleeping on a luxurious production yacht.
Yeah, he's got a golden plated yacht, and it's right next to Gabe Newell's fleet of yachts that he lives on.
No, they were forced to stay on a rusty barge for about an hour for their own safety and went back on their raft as soon as a life-threatening lightning storm passed. And here is video proof.
I got told something very weird about Gabe Newell, actually. I've never met him before. I wish I could, but I probably never will. But yeah, I got told by someone that because in the Half-Life 2 documentary that came out like a couple days ago, you can see that he actually is on a yacht, right? So I got told that basically after COVID, he got very, very scared of like diseases and stuff like that. And he did like a lot of research on how it just like messes up your body and all that kind of stuff, like getting ill. So because he's so rich, he basically just lives on a yacht, like a huge yacht. And apparently, if you want to go and see him in person, you've got to travel to another yacht that he owns to basically decontaminate, to isolate for like 2 weeks to make sure you're not carrying anything. And then after that period is up, then you can go and see him in person.
From the rusty barge.
Again, I have no proof of this whatsoever, but the guy who told me, he worked at the company. And yeah, it seemed like so strange that it probably is real.
Wow, what a luxurious yacht!
It looks like a fishing trawler.
Now you can still argue about the fact that they went off of the raft, but I don't think it's faking a challenge when you're forced by your safety team.
To be fair, we didn't get a video of the interior. The interior could actually be like cinema.
To leave your raft once to get on a rusty barge for about an hour to sit out a life-threatening lightning storm, to then get back on the raft as soon as possible. It's making sure people don't die. On one side, you're preaching, the MrBeast company isn't safe enough.
Wow.
But then you use every single example of them actually implementing safety protocols against them as if they're doing it to rig challenges or not always use random subscribers. Do I really have to explain why they don't use complete strangers in challenges that include a man and a woman having to stay together in a small enclosed space for 100 days? Pick a side, Dawson. Do you want them to fucking die for a challenge, or do you want them to be saved? Guess why the 24 people in a circle for $1 million video didn't get published, which Dawson insinuates was some elaborate scheme to force more people to buy shirts and then they'd run away with a profit.
We're gonna have 24 people. We're gonna put them in 24 different circles. $1 million on the line. Have some fun. You know what I'm saying?
Also, this video never happened. There is no MrBeast video of 24 people in circles competing for $1 million. So like, did they just pocket the money or what?
Well, again, it was because of peak COVID. And this time, I'll let a contestant who took part in that 24 people in a circle for $1 million challenge explain what happened. I've heard that you were in the 24 people in a circle compete for $1 million challenge.
Yep.
Can you talk a bit about how you were invited to that challenge, what kind of happened, why it was never published?
MrBeast started that 24-hour live stream where he was signing t-shirts and giving stuff away for that challenge. So I threw that on. I'm like, look, we'll just put this on in the background. We'll watch it the whole time. And he was giving away tickets, and I just kept blowing up the comment section. I didn't even buy a shirt. I won one of the invitations through the comment section on YouTube.
Oh, for
I like how he just admits that he was spamming in chat.
free, as like a free participation, no purchase necessary, I guess.
Yeah, during like the height of COVID and everything. It was
That's so risky as well. Like spamming in chat could get you like a position, or it could get you banned.
It was actually in November. We quarantined for 2 weeks. It was a super nice hotel, like, you know, 2 bedrooms. They'd bring meals to our room 3 times a day. It was good food, you know, just wanting to keep everybody safe and make sure that we're doing protocols the best the way that we could to engage in this video. We all COVID tested, did a giant circle. There was 24 of us, and right in the middle, there's $1 million. And we competed for a few days. All of a sudden, in the middle of the night, one of the subcontractors that worked for the team came in and kind of rushed the gun and didn't wait for his COVID results. And he tested positive. And Jimmy came out and he's like, guys, I hate to do this, but one of the guys on the crew has tested positive. I got to keep you all safe. So they canceled the video and they apologized. They sent us all home with 10 grand. That's
Based. Okay, that's good. I was really worried that they were going to say they sent us with nothing, because they don't have to give them money, right? You know, but again, like sending people like, yeah, it's, I mean, that's the better outcome, right? Because imagine if it came out that like someone had COVID and they were like, oh, it's fine. Like that would actually be over. But yeah, sending them home with like 10K. Okay, it's not a mil, but yeah, that's respectable. That's probably the best thing you could do in a situation like that.
As an apology.
Like that still sucks balls for them though. That's awful. Like having to stay in a circle for like days on end, and then you're being told, unlucky. But at least they still got 10 grand out of it. Yeah, I respect that.
After the new year in January or something like that, we actually got the call again that they were going to refilm this video. And they brought us all back out. And they're like, it's not going to be a 2-week quarantine. We're going to do like a 4 or 5 day quarantine. And during that period of time, pretty much everybody got COVID.
Voice break.
Including myself. Like, he's just like, I'm so sorry, but like, we literally just, we can't do it because everybody's sick, but we'll make it up to you in the future. And again,
10K is like $5 to Pyro. Well, no, most people probably would have had in their heads that they were going to get the mill, and then to be told like you're not getting anything. Sorry, you're not getting it. Like that would, yeah. But no, I've literally said that all of them getting 10K each. I don't know how many people were left in the circle at the time it got called off because they found out someone had COVID. Thank you, Klepst, for joining. But still, no, that is definitely the best outcome.
And even then, he gave us like financial contributions to help.
Did they split just like the $1 million over everyone?
Exactly.
Or they just split
Exactly.
the entire $1 million prize money over
They
every 24 contestants.
Oh, okay. Damn. Because I thought, because the way he was saying it was a couple days, I assumed that it was only like, you know, a dozen or so people left. Like 6 people left or something. Okay, yeah, damn. Yeah, you can't, damn.
Did they
I can't say a single bad thing about that. Yeah, that's crazy.
split just like
That is literally the best outcome.
the $1 million
So they basically all won. They actually all won.
over everyone?
Exactly.
Or they just split
Exactly.
the entire $1 million prize money over
They
every 24 contestants.
They took the $1 million and divided it.
Why does the younger guy look like Walt Jr.? Okay, bro, come on. Leave that out. Leave that out.
Through the 24.
They gave you guys $1,240,000 in total, I guess.
To stay in a hotel room.
Jesus Christ. You guys get the point that this guy is about as trustworthy as Richard Nixon during Watergate. And at this point...
So does that include the people that were already outed of the circle? Does that include all the people? Like even the people that... Does that include everyone that participated that got eliminated before they found out the guy had COVID?
He has broken his NDA, committed serious defamation time and time again, and in the process harmed not just MrBeast, but also several other innocent people, who clearly mean nothing more to him than
The challenge was never started. Didn't he literally say that we were a few days in? Okay, let me listen to this part again, actually. Hang on.
Will you
$1
play
million
Piglet's Big
challenge?
Game for the laughing out louds?
Thank you, Morrison's club card for the 10.
Explain what
Maybe.
happened. Dollar challenge?
Yep.
Can you talk a bit about how you were invited to that challenge, what kind of happened, why it was never published?
MrBeast started that 24-hour live stream where he was signing t-shirts and giving stuff away for that challenge. So I threw that on. I'm like, look, we'll just put this on in the background. We'll watch it the whole time. And he was giving away tickets, and I just kept blowing up the comment section. I didn't even buy a shirt. I won one of the invitations through the comments section on YouTube.
Oh, for free, as like a free participation, no purchase necessary, I guess.
Yeah, during like the height of COVID and everything. It was actually in November. We quarantined for 2 weeks. It was a super nice hotel, like, 2 bedrooms. They'd bring meals to our room 3 times a day. It was good food, just wanting to keep everybody safe and make sure that we're doing protocols the best the way that we could to engage in this video. We all COVID tested, did a giant circle. There was 24 of us, and right in the middle, there's $1 million.
So yeah, he did say that they started to do the competition. They weren't just stuck in a hotel room. That's what he said.
And we competed for a few days, all of us.
You see, someone in chat said that they never started the game. They did. He said it went on for a few days. Holy, my own chat is gaslighting me, bro. That's crazy. I was so self-conscious that like I got like a detail wrong and I wasn't paying attention. Actual gaslighter, man.
All of a sudden, in the middle of the night, one of the subcontractors that worked for the team came in and kind of rushed the gun and didn't wait for his COVID results. And he tested positive.
Right, okay. I don't need to listen to that anymore. But yeah, no, literally. So everyone that attended got the money, even though they did it for a couple of days. So they did do it for a couple of days.
At the point that this guy is about as trustworthy as Richard Nixon during Watergate. And at this point, he has
Or he's lying. He's lying. Well, unfortunately, if you look at it on that level, there's no... unfortunately, if you look at it on that level, you're never going to be able to prove that Dogpack is wrong. Or, like, Soggy is wrong. It's if you look at it at that molecular level of like, okay, well, how can you prove that? How can you verify that? Is this just because there will definitely be people that will believe that that guy was just an actor that they hired. I will probably actually see people thinking that this is like a schizo thing, like this is like a MrBeast like paid this guy off or something like that. Like genuinely. That's why I shown the DM of him contacting me at the start of this stream. That's why. Because I wanted to be fully transparent about all of this. And obviously, also the fact that he's paying me $1 million to glaze him. I feel like I've actually been more critical of him in this video than like actually defending him. But some of the stuff has been debased though.
Yay. Committed serious defamation time and time again, and in the process harmed not just MrBeast, but also several other innocent people who clearly mean nothing more to him than collateral damage. I'm actually surprised people don't want this guy sued, but hey, I'm no lawyer, so I don't know what's illegal. So I called one, and what Dawson is doing is surely not legal. By now, the results of an investigation done into the MrBeast LLC by an external third-party law firm have been shared and completely aligns with all of the evidence.
I remember everyone memeing this, like, MrBeast looked at his own company and said there's nothing wrong here, but it was an external company, I'm pretty sure.
So if at this
because when he made that tweet about Ava, he was like, yeah, I'm doing an investigation, you're fired.
This point you still choose to believe this guy, I kindly want to ask you to stop watching my video and continue putting crayons up your nose while drooling over Dogpack's face.
Hey!
What however is legal is the second illegal lottery.
But almost any clip you do find will have some new violation of internet gambling or sweepstakes laws.
I thought it was him. I was like, he won. Wait, really? Let's go! Wait, it's literally like his initial. Who is it? My cousin. Wait, really?
Actually, that's illegal.
Actually, that's not illegal. Only immediate family can partake in your sweepstakes, and the cousin is
Mr.
not
Best
immediate.
Boring Yawn lol. Can you react to funny cat videos from 2006, please?
Are you Tesco meal deal for the 10?
Family. It would have been illegal to
Why 2006?
exclude Chandler's cousin unless if specified in the rules of that specific giveaway. And your snippet isn't from those rules. It's from some lawyer's equivalent to Stack Overflow.
So here's a clip of Tyler forging, or not, maybe not forging, using MrBeast's signature. And again, I'm not a lawyer. I think this is fraud.
Maybe ask your immediate lawyer next time, because your opinions are fucking stupid. It's completely legal and fine to use someone else's signature if they gave you formal consent to do so, and it doesn't devalue the signature.
Months later, MrBeast signed shirts again, but this time it was a 24-hour live stream with way more illegal lotteries.
Nope. MrBeast had no purchase necessary in the description, and even though they did say things like,
would you guys prefer that we throw money in random orders or that we throw items in random orders?
Yeah. Somebody screamed in chat, I want to switch.
Hey, buy a shirt. If they ended up picking out of both
Holy Carl Jacobs.
free and paid entries for those giveaways behind the scenes, which there is no reason to believe they did.
Remember that whole rumor of like Carl Jacobs being arrested for having cheese pizza? Like, I'm surprised they didn't mention that in the video, because that was just like, what the fuck was that? Like, it's just so obvious a lie that someone ran with. The guy posted it on Instagram like 3 days later.
Didn't? Well, then that is legal in live streams. However, I do agree that it's very scummy and manipulative advertising in my opinion.
Oh, that's right. I remember talking about that. And then the guy that made the original TikTok about it was like, "Ah, yeah, it's all, yeah, it was an inside joke, guys."
However, I do agree that it's very scummy and manipulative advertising in my opinion. Now, even though I have disproven...
Right, it's good that you said that, because I do think, like, when you buy something signed by a creator, you think it would be actually signed by the creator. It's like when I was doing Gamesground in Germany, like 2 days ago, like, at the meet and greet, it's like I was signing everything myself. I didn't have, like, a team or anything do it for me. I mean, yeah, I only signed, like, a couple hundred posters, to be fair. I wasn't signing, like, thousands of, like, hoodies, but still.
Most of these accusations, there's still a few that I have to investigate deeper. I mean, since Dogback404 declined every interview...
I'm retired. Done with Beast unless you provoke me again. This was another Lyra Zana Pansino CP video. It was weeks after this one. My DMs are insane. If I leaked them, it would be over. I preferred everyone to journalists, though. Well, but I mean for my investigation, so not via DMs or whatever, but call nah. Okay, then, how do I get your side? DM me.
The only other place I could dig up the truth is in the belly of the beast. Oh man, North Carolina? Isn't that the boring part of the US? Oh well. Now, on my 8-hour sleep-deprived flight, I had a lot of time to think and watch Minions, and there was one question that just kept bugging me. Why did Dogback commit such serious defamation and violate his NDA? Why risk your entire life just to...
Yeah, so I think if he's flying to North Carolina, he definitely did have contact with MrBeast when making this video.
Spread lies about a YouTuber. So I went over everything I knew about Dogback to try and figure out his motivation. I rewatched his first 2 job applications for MrBeast, which both got denied, and they seemed obsessive at best and pretentiously unprofessional at worst. I went over his personal Reddit account, obsessive at best and pretentiously...
I did not edit this. What is Blood waffling about? In his book, The Play of Animals, published in 1898, Gruz argued that came about natural selection as a means to ensure that animals will practice the skills they need in order to survive and reproduce. YouTube as a form of play.
Professional.
Jesse, what the fuck are you on about?
At worst. I went over his personal Reddit account, that 5head guy, which, for the geriatrics watching, 5head is hip internet lingo for when a person says something very smart. So
wait, 5head means you said something smart? I thought 5head just means you've got monka forehead.
He's calling himself very smart, which is pretty pretentious and cringe. I was starting to see multiple patterns here. Hundreds of obsessive posts and comments on the MrBeast subreddit. New MrBeast interview just dropped. Feasible designs. Him being pretentious, saying he would do shorts better than the current shorts team at MrBeast. Rants whenever people...
There's absolutely zero way to make orangutan safe. Their strength is 5 times of a human. They could break a bone or crush your neck with no effort at all. If it improves the content, we will find a way to make it work safely and ethically. Clint Eastwood, orangutan.
Criticized his video IDs. Another third 15-minute long obsessive MrBeast job application.
Pitching ideas until something happens, day 10. Yeah, it is crazy though, right? Like how whenever people get into drama or they instigate drama, like all their history is looked into. Like everything they've posted and stuff like that.
Where he goes into depth on viewer psychology, showcasing how aware
the internet is so fucking vapid and fake. These people all suck in their own way, and this situation shows that people need to stop deifying their favorite creators.
Thank you, Ball Stink, for the 10. Powerful name.
Of how every small piece of a video can be used to manipulate the viewer in one way or another. It now made sense why Dawson used the exact same content cop outfit as iDubbbz, or why he kept repeating his videos weren't monetized, or how he was able to frame and manipulate every lie as if it were the truth, it really all was viewer manipulation? This entire Reddit account just seems like the online embodiment of an unhealthy MrBeast obsession. So then I went over his erratic DMs to me where he threatened to slander me with nothing but false claims. Luckily, when he
Are you Crimson for the 28 months?
did that, I still had bulletproof receipts, so Dawson had no choice but
Alright, I'm too lazy to translate your made-up language, so I'll take your word for it, lol. You can just use Google Lens, but dialect shit sucks. Just noticed in this message, you said only the exact same evidence when Visme and I talked afterwards. He told me I found new shit he hadn't found, lol. Also, it's impossible for me to have uploaded 1 month later than someone else. I literally uploaded December 17th, which was somewhere in the middle of his challenge, and I covered until episode 16, which was uploaded on the same day, December 17th. So what you're saying literally makes zero sense, lol.
to back down. Nonetheless, this once again
I'm actually having so much anxiety looking at those Discord DMs because I keep thinking I'm showing my own Discord. Like, I'm not having another incident on stream, bro. Like, I need, like, a clean record now, man. I cannot be flashing any commissions on stream again.
prove to me how Dogback accuses and tries silencing people without any fact-checking and completely tries warping the truth to push his personal agenda. So, was he really just doing all this because his ego couldn't accept the fact that he got fired from his dream job after only 3 weeks at a YouTuber he was obsessed with? Maybe I'm gonna get some more answers at the MrBeast company, but for now, I'll just rewatch Minions for a third time.
Hi, This video was definitely funded / promoted by MrBeast. Seems like a ridiculous coincidence that this guy was flown out to interview MrBeast staff. I don't know. Okay, this is difficult. I don't think it was funded or promoted. He did actually comment on this video though, right? I'm pretty sure he did. The slop thickens. Holy based. Is that Dolan? Holy based. The slop actually thickens. I'm pretty sure he left a comment on here, but I can't find it anymore because YouTube comments are awful. Nah, I don't think it's payroll. I definitely think he was in contact and he probably DM'd MrBeast being like, hey, I'm working on this video in the background and it's going to be like basically trying to debunk most of the accusations against you. Could we like set something up and interview your employees in that? And then they probably background checked him and they were like, yeah, sure, let's do it. That's what I think happened, but I have zero proof.
Justin Harris, you are the, well,
I think he was talking to MrBeast at the time, yeah, but I don't think it was like bankrolled or anything like that. I mean, it makes sense though. If a guy reaches out to you saying he wants to like help you out and give you a lifeline, it's like, yeah. Hey Soggy, I'm Dustin. I've been working at Beast for 6 years. Oh yeah, I read this earlier.
And I first of all wanted to ask you what you do at MrBeast, what your role is, and why you do.
Regardless if he's on bankroll or not, this guy's debunked a lot of stuff. He's debunked a lot in this video, definitely. There is still some stuff that hasn't been fully debunked. Like I'm pretty concerned about this Jake Weddle thing. That's the main thing I'm kind of thinking about at the minute, because that was someone that, you know, MrBeast literally reached out and apologized to. I mean, the Delaware thing we talked about as well. That was another serious one. Obviously, you know, you can use the excuse there that he was incredibly immature and hired someone as a 19-year-old with way too much money. I could believe that he wouldn't do a background check, definitely. FYI, thank you, Simply Me. MrBeast clarified that a team member, not Jimmy himself, would sign each shirt. This was also said in the replies of the original Reddit post. That a team member, not Jimmy himself, would sign each shirt. Oh, okay, I see. That's why he took that one off then.
Decided to reach out and, yeah.
Stop fidgeting. No, I literally can't.
Correct some of the accusations that have been made.
I worked for Jimmy almost 6 years, going on 6 years. I've been a writer, director, producer, production coordinator, an assistant, executive assistant.
I don't think it really changes anything if he had contact with MrBeast though, honestly. I mean, yeah, okay, if you show the DM where he's being like paid in Bitcoin to like make this video, then yeah, fair enough, it's over.
Head of production, head of creative, head of construction, you name it. I've done everything that I can do in this company, and not just to see people slander the work that you've done, but to know that it's lies and misinformation will make anybody speak up, to be honest.
Hi, Emily. You worked at MrBeast. Can you tell me how long you've been working there?
I've been working there for...
I don't think he debunked much. We'll wait until we get to the end of the video. I think he's debunked some things, but obviously some of the bigger things are still, like, up in the air. Which, again, like, I know I've said this, like, 20 times, but I think, like, even if this video gains some reputation back, some ground, he unfortunately does have to do a response video, I think. Yeah, there's just no way that this video is going to get him all the respect back. It's literally impossible.
For shortly over a year as of like 4 days ago. I'm the ideation strategist right now, ideation generator, coordinator, so.
I appreciate your take on all sides. What do you mean I'm fence sitting? I'm a coward.
That's my official title.
Yeah, it's just annoying because it's like, because I'm not like outright glazing MrBeast or like outright hating on him. It's like people are saying it's fence sitting. It's like, it's unfortunately there is way more nuance to it than that.
If I remember correctly, that is also where Dawson worked. Or
Do you think Dogpack is even going to respond? I have no idea. I got no idea actually. Genuinely. He might switch targets and go after Soggy, but then I feel like that's just... The problem is as well with Dogpack now, he's losing steam. His latest video only got 3 million views, which is insane. But compared to the other videos, it's a huge drop off. So he's really losing steam now. And I think a lot of people are like trying to point out that he's a very unreliable narrator. So I don't know. It's difficult. I mean, does MrBeast have to respond? Could he just keep doing his career? Yeah, 100%. It's not like he's going to fall off if he doesn't respond. But I just think from like a moral standpoint, I think he should.
For the internet, Dogpack 404 worked, yeah. So he worked closely together with you.
Yeah, it was me and him in the department for about 2 weeks. It was just the two of us, and Hoodie was...
I hope we can be done with all this Dogpack. Yeah, I'll be honest. It's been going on so long. I'm feeling very lethargic from all of it, honestly. It's definitely been an endurance run.
Overseeing us.
Everybody calls me Hoodie because all I did back in the day 8 years ago was run my own YouTube channel, youtube.com/hoodie. I got to work all over in different departments. I've been in creative, I've been in ideation right now as far as thumbnail.
When you're saying ideation manager, I guess then you were the manager of Dawson or Dogpack 404.
I was the manager of Dogpack 404 for a time being.
I've heard some stories of people feeling kind of off.
So this wasn't his manager. This was his manager when he worked briefly at MrBeast.
When he was hired, and I was wondering, why did you hire him?
I didn't hire that guy.
Oh,
no, I inherited that man.
Oh, okay, you didn't. Okay, how did that come to be then?
You want to know? So the real thing that actually happened was he applied to Beast while I was still the creative manager. He applied to Beast twice, and I saw his interview and went, interesting. He's got an analytical brain.
Yeah.
That's not creative. Like what he's talking about just won't fit what we're trying to do with our videos. So I turned him down the first time.
Okay.
Then he applies a second time a couple months later.
To ideation, I guess.
Still the creative.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, nah, this guy's still like, he's got like an interesting mind, but I don't know. I think he'd probably fit somewhere else in like a different department or a different channel. Who knows? He's clearly smart, but nah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. A void opened up, something random happened. He spawned in on the channel, just randomly in ideation. I got summoned into a room and got...
That shows how big that company is as well, that like Dogpack was able to get hired without the guy that turned him down knowing.
Told by our leaders, they're like, hey, there's a gap in ideation and thumbnail. I need somebody to go in there and help.
Both sides are biased. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely bias on both sides, I think, to an extent, which like is not a brave statement to be saying at all.
Can you be that guy? And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll go in.
Okay.
And I went in, and that's...
I feel the video as well is trying to attack Dogpack's character at the same time as trying to, debunk the stuff against MrBeast.
That's the first time.
I do appreciate, though, how the video isn't 100% glaze. You know, like, the Jake Weddle stuff he couldn't really debunk completely. The initial lottery stuff as well.
I met Dawson.
Dawson sent me a screenshot of messages he had between you and him. Can you just verify that these are real? These are...
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
He also roasted Lunchley, which is kind of funny.
Those messages are between me and Dawson.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Can you... Real?
Yo, let's come prepared to the set with a deck tomorrow just in case Jimmy wants to pitch any ideas to him. Should meet in the office in the morning and get it set up. That way, you can be prepared just in case, make a good impression. Agreed. I was set an hour ago, met with Tyler's PA Sam and pitched Nolan Lamau. Hoodie never shown up. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Well, I guess we probably won't have to go to set tomorrow then. Regardless, it'd be good to get a help deck set up, and I'm happy to help with that. I'm down to go set tomorrow. I just have to still pitch Hoodie and meet Tyler at some point.
These are...
Yes,
Yeah, okay,
those
so
messages are between me and Dawson.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Can you tell me a bit about your relationship with Dawson during...
What is ideation team, by the way? I like how the company's that big. They've just got like random buzzword areas now.
Both of you guys working there, was there something that felt off?
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, me and Dawson were cordial. Like, I tried to keep it professional. I think he tried his best to keep it professional, but I will say it was a little uncomfortable with just me and him in the office. He seemed pretty disinterested.
I'm assuming this is going to be the part of the video where they try to attack Dogpack's character even more. Like, just show him out to be like a very, like, kind of vengeful, narcissistic person.
In making genuine...
I'm not saying that he is, by the way. I just think that that's the angle that's going to be used in this video, because these are, like, basically ex-employee... well, he's an ex-employee, but these are people that used to work with him.
Genuine connections with people at the company. He gave weird vibes, for sure.
Yeah.
And I felt, like, very uncomfortable working in the office with him. He didn't seem to work too well with others.
Okay.
It seemed like he had no respect for Hoodie. He didn't take any of Hoodie's advice. It seemed like he didn't think he knew what Hoodie was doing. But yeah, Dawson definitely did not like Hoodie. Yeah, did not like Hoodie, did not show him any respect, even though he was his superior and he was trying to train him into being a better ideation strategist.
So there was a leaked document, about like work culture, and there was a line in there. No, it doesn't mean no, and it has a pretty negative connotation. And I was wondering, because you know, you as a woman.
Okay, it's good. Actually, I actually forgot about that, because that was pretty bad, that document. Basically, this was something Dogpack used in his video to basically show, like, when they want to film in a location or something, or use a store or something, they can just never take no for an answer. And reading it on the outset, it looks really bad. It's like, I mean, there's no threats or anything, but it's like, you know, no, you can't film here. That literally doesn't mean shit. Talk to employees, see if there are other fans, talking to their bosses. Yeah, it reads very badly.
Wondering, because you know, you as a woman working at Beast, what was your reaction when reading that no doesn't mean no thing? And
yeah, so I actually wrote that part. Like, yeah. That's why it's funny. Yeah, because I actually wrote this thing with Jimmy. Doing this, the whole reason why this thing exists in the first place is because we are growing so fast, people-wise. It's like, okay, how do we give them artificial Jimmy time? Like, how do we teach them what CTR is, teach them what 1 out of 10 is, like, how do you say, okay, this is how we think about creative, this is how what it takes to be successful here. How do we give them artificial Jimmy time? Like, how do we...
Let me get back on this.
Doing this, the whole reason why this thing exists in the first place is because we are growing so fast, people-wise. It's like, okay, how do we give them artificial Jimmy time? Like, how do we teach them what CTR is?
You weren't muted? I could see it was muted, bro. It was muted.
Teach them what 1 out of 10 is. Like, how do you say, okay, this is how we think about creative. This is how what it takes to be successful here. You know, based off of the hard things we got to do. That's the intent behind the document, right?
I still think the document is worded very oddly, though. It's still worded in like a, oh my God kind of way.
No doesn't mean no is wildly taken out of context, I think, in this situation, because in the way that we mean it, it's a sales tactic. It's like, again, like I mentioned, like you call it...
But this is why people hate door salesmen, like door-to-door salesmen. Like, that reads to me like a pitch of a used car salesman.
Operator and go, hey man, I need you to drop...
That no means no. That reads to me like Dennis Quaid's character from The Substance. You know the manager in that film?
A jet from your crane, and they're like...
I don't know, man. Like, that reads a bit unhinged to me.
Like, huh? No, I can't do that, right? And so for us, it's more like, well, why can't you do that? And they're like, oh, well, I don't have the manpower to do this. And it's like, okay, well, how do we help you get past that, right? Can we...
I mean, that makes sense. That makes total sense what she's saying. But the document literally says, like, you can't film here. Find ways around it.
Help get you more labor? Is it like a... That's what it means, because, like, we wouldn't have a company if we stopped at no at face value.
Yeah.
Right? Because if everybody that told us no, we couldn't do some some of the crazy things that we've done. It, in no sense of the word, in the context, means like as a female, if somebody comes up to me and says an improper comment, like they keep trying, like not at all. You know?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I found a lot of the stuff to be debased, but this one is like, I don't know. I feel like they should have. I mean, she's not done speaking, to be fair, but I feel like they should have at least compromised a bit, because I get it. It's not meant to be a public email. It was leaked, right? But yeah, let's read it again. When dealing with people outside the MrBeast productions, never take no at face value. If we need a store to buy everything inside, call the local Dollar Tree, and the person that answers no, you can't film here, that literally doesn't mean shit. Like the way that's worded, come on, man. The thing is, I feel like, especially going ahead, what MrBeast is going to do with his company, every email and stuff he sends, every form, he's definitely going to type it out like he knows it's going to be leaked anyway, which is how most companies operate, to be fair. Talk to other employees and see if they are fans or have any kids that are fans. Try talking to their boss's boss, have them DM on Twitter. After all avenues are exhausted, that doesn't mean don't try the other Dollar Trees, because the managers could be huge fans and willing to bend the rules. Yeah, it's just that no, you can't film here doesn't mean shit. Like, I get it. I get that they're trying to exhaust all avenues and stuff, but the way it's worded is actually like a used car salesman telling his employee. This is like Jordan Belford, Wolf of Wall Street, telling his employees how to get people into penny stocks. It's very aggressively worded.
Doing this though.
Like, you don't win until we win.
The whole reason are creates we got taken out of context, I think, and that's what it means, because like we wouldn't have a company if we stopped at no at face value.
Yeah.
Right? Because if everybody that told us no, we couldn't do some of the crazy things.
It's completely normal in the business world. Yeah, I know that. I know that as a YouTuber that's never had a real job in his life.
Things that we've done. It, in no sense of the word, in the context, means like as a female, if somebody comes up to me and says an improper comment, like they keep trying, like not at all.
Okay,
you know
because that was kind of concerning, I guess. But
well,
yeah,
like not at all, not at all.
Okay.
Like in any sense of the word, it's like no, like it's a sales tactic. It's been around long before like we put it down on paper.
The truth of the matter.
I mean, that's also true. And also, to be devil's advocate, I feel like because MrBeast, I mean, this is one of the first companies that's like huge, and it's just owned all by YouTubers as well. So there is like a learning curve. But yeah, at the same time, the way that document is worded is fucking awful. It's so bad.
Matter is, we were 4.5 weeks out of that video.
Controlled opposition. Jokes aside, person wanted to be censored, but not his voice.
And we didn't have a hole or a train. And I don't know if you know anything about digging dirt, but it takes a long time to dig a hole that deep. And the location we ended up shooting it at happens to be a close personal friend of mine, and just happened to have a 50-foot deep quarry that was already dug. And the creative behind the video was that it was an 80-foot hole. So I had to get it dug another 30 feet in 4 weeks, which that much limestone is a lot to do. So we hired a massive excavating team to come out and dig the other 30 feet out. And then the reason that the hole is CG'd in the video is because of safety, right? We needed to create a back wall that the train wouldn't crash into and potentially kill people. So the hole is a little bit bigger than the video that we put lifts and cameras on that were far enough away that the train wouldn't hit them and no one would die, right? So it was all a safety concern. It was not about faking a hole at all.
War crime stuff, that was a joke. Why did you make that joke?
I didn't work on that video. I was in the company at the time. I was working on a separate project, and I got a call, and they were like, "Hey, Jake's not doing so hot." And so I came in, and the assessment was accurate. He was not doing so hot.
Okay.
I just kind of I was talking to him. I was trying to cheer him up, and I made that joke. It's a war crime. I didn't think it was going to turn into a bunch of thumbnails and titles on YouTube, but it was serious. I mean, it was obviously a joke, and it was definitely framed a little more maliciously.
Yeah,
in the video.
They didn't insinuate it as a joke in the video. They didn't show the war crime
Yeah, they're bringing that up again. See, I can believe that. I can believe that it was a joke and it was used in a malicious way to get back at MrBeast. But at the same time, I don't know, man. I feel like we've glazed over the Jake stuff a lot. Like, we're coming to the end of the video now, but we really haven't talked about Jake Weddle that much. Yeah, and that's like one of the biggest things about this. I don't know whether he didn't feel the need to cover it that much because MrBeast already reached out and apologized. I don't know.
Like definition of war crimes while it's being said. Which can you talk a bit about, like, since you were friends with Jake Weddle, did he talk about it afterwards, or do you know like how it came to be that
it was resolved? Yeah, wasn't the resolution basically he'll take half, but he'll still keep making videos on him?
he had such a rough time?
You think Jake is the worst thing about the whole situation? There's too many to list. I mean, Jake was definitely like a real person, you know, who felt like he was mistreated and stuff.
I'm in that challenge, in that
there's just so many to list.
Isolation challenge.
Again, I didn't work on the video.
I mean, the Delaware situation is just huge ignorance.
So all I can do is I can kind of speculate. So I'll answer you by saying the process we normally go through when we cast. We usually find someone who we think is going to be good for a video, and we...
To be honest, Wen can only take Emily's word that she wrote that. There is no concrete evidence that she did indeed write that. And if she didn't, Jimmy could be preserving his image. Yeah, this is what I said earlier. Unfortunately, with all this counter evidence, a lot of people are saying, where's the source? Where's the source? If we looked at it on that level, most of the stuff in this video isn't verifiable. It really isn't. I think also there's layers to it, right? It's like, you know, Soggy will show a MrBeast contestant or an employee talking about a personal story, and then people in the comments will still just say like, oh, he's paid. Oh, he's an actor. This is all staged. It's like, it'll just reach a point where nothing is verifiable and everything is pointless.
I usually work with them leading up to the video, letting them know not exactly the challenges that we're going to be doing, but round about the level of difficulty.
He was 19. You expect him to do a background check. Companies don't even do background checks. No, this is what I'm saying. Like, it's not malicious. It's just, it's stupid and it's ignorant. That's all. I'm not saying that it's malicious at all. Like, he was fucking 19. He was young. That's really young. I mean, I'm saying that as a 27-year-old because I'm an old head. But yeah, like, yeah, I don't expect him to do one. I mean, he should have. But yeah, this is what I mean.
The challenges are going to be, and then we kind of lay out the challenge, right? We'd never really had that issue.
Me when Pyro Live doesn't skip through the reactions to have an editing attention span like you yeet for the 5.
Up to that point.
At this point, Jimmy will need to release a document with substantial evidence to prove his innocence and save what's left of his image, or a video with backlogs. Yeah, again, I'm repeating myself so much here, but like, he could keep going, uploading and doing Lunchly or whatever stuff, or the MrBeast toys and that, because the main demographic are little kids, right? So none of this is going to change. This just affects like the teenagers and the people in their 20s, right? Like, you know, they're not the main viewer base. So he could keep going. He could just ignore it and keep going, definitely. But I think, like, I don't know, maybe for his own conscience, or like maybe just, again, like I said so many times throughout this video, like from a moral standpoint, it might be better to just be able to, you know, just come out with everything, sit down in a chair, my response video style, just minus the lesbian haircut.
And we haven't ever had that issue since that point. You know, we've done videos like the Trap Together video that had really similar aspects to the video Jake was in, and they had a positive experience after the fact. I mean, it was a tough challenge for them, but they released these videos after that.
Prove innocence? Well, no, it's just more like debasing stuff.
Now,
and then obviously admitting wrongdoing, whether it's wrongdoing.
That doesn't take away the way that Jake...
He whips out the ukulele, could you imagine? The toxic gossip train!
Felt in that video, and I would never do that. You know, I saw the guy, he was not doing so hot, you know, and I don't know what happened in there specifically to make that happen. I don't, you know, I know Jake, he's not lying when he said he had a bad time, you know. Say I don't want to say that it was 100% Jake is the reason that challenge didn't turn out the way that it was supposed to turn out. Some people approach challenges just completely different, and that's the thing is.
So he said that what Jake was feeling was genuine. Okay, so it's not like, oh, he was lying.
My brain tells me that if other people have gone through similar challenges and they've turned out okay, then maybe it's not the challenge. And I'm not the type of person that holds grudges. And I know I still work here now, and I know he's still making videos, and I know people, like, I have friends that are like, I can't believe you're still talking to Jake Weddle. And I'm like, you know, in 10 years, none of this is going to matter between him and I. And I'm sure we'll have a beer together. because it's in the grand scheme of things, my friendship with him is more important than anything anybody's going to say online.
Actual base stoicism, holy. The fact that he realizes that like everything is temporary. Holy based. If only everyone had that mindset. Thank you, Shoemaker, for the 6 months.
He spoke out. I know what.
Would you consider doing a Disco Elysium main channel video? Maybe. I keep like just losing concentration on that game and stuff. Maybe at one point.
He ran into as well. I know he ran into people that sent him hate. I know he ran into people that were sending him death threats. I know that he got doxxed. I know his phone number got leaked. And in that scenario, you know, as messed.
To me, it doesn't seem to be proving MrBeast's innocence, but mostly acknowledging that Dogpack was lying, manipulating the information a lot. And there is likely a personal agenda. Yeah, I think that's a pretty fair take from this video. It's trying to debase some of the MrBeast stuff. I mean, honestly, I went into it because keep in mind, originally for a short time, it was titled Content Cop MrBeast, and then the title got changed.
Messed up as it sounds, like he couldn't really turn to any of his friends at Beast because he kind of just.
But yeah, obviously the main goal of the video is to try and debase Dogpack himself as like an unreliable narrator.
You know,
it would be kind of a conflict.
Kind of just upset everyone at Beast.
Yeah.
I mean, like, who does he have to turn to? He has to turn towards Rosanna and Dogpack and all the people that are making these videos about us. I mean, I think he found a family and he found a home. I don't fault the guy for sticking with that little group of people making videos. Like, it just makes sense.
So something I.
Yeah, I think that guy's actually based. He probably gave the most balanced take imaginable because he's still friends with Jake. And he's basically said that like Jake was hurting after the MrBeast video, and he's basically aligned himself with people that do not like MrBeast, and he basically feels at home because he feels hurt by him and the company.
I also want to ask you about this about Lokoya Hill, and there was some mismanagement from him towards his assistant. There are some allegations out there, but nothing concrete so far. And yeah, can you tell me a bit about what really went on with Lokoya Hill?
Yeah, so like just to kind of give you background on like when someone reports something to HR, which would have been me at the time because it was years ago. Whenever somebody reports it, I go, hey, okay, like thank you, I appreciate it. We're gonna make sure that we do everything we can to.
Nobody cares about Jake. I think that's really fucking that's just wrong to say, man. That's really wrong to say. Jesus, come on.
Look into it. Then we always hire a third party company, either a lawyer or someone that's like not
actual 3 out of 10 rage bait
here to like prove one person right or wrong, but like a
unbiased
true unbiased party. And so then like everybody talks to him, like the person, his assistant would have talked to them, Lokoya would have talked to them, and any person that they named as witnesses or potential proof of text messages, like pictures, anything like this company would have dealt with. And then they write a report and then they go, hey, here's what you should do, right? And so that's what they do. And then internally what we do is like, okay, the assistant, like, what do you want to happen, right? If it's this, if it's that, like obviously if it's found like he's gone, like that's not okay in any workplace, you know?
If it's like confirmed that there is something, then.
Wait, the same guy saying no one cares about Jake is saying, he's saying not like that. Do you mean like the people don't care about Jake? Because I mean, that's kind of, I mean, he really hasn't been talked about a lot in this video.
Like, of course, like, we're not going to hang on to that, right?
I came back after a while. Has there been any significant info? What are your thoughts about this video now that it's almost over?
Thank you, Annan, for the 11. It's very confusing. I don't think this is going to completely exonerate him. I don't think this is like kind of the killer video that he needs. I think it's basically been trying to prove Dogpack to be a very unreliable narrator. Like a disgruntled ex-employee. It's definitely been attacking his character for the majority of this video. I was gonna say, like, when I had to do like my response video, like back in 2020, Slazo uploaded a video talking about me, and he was basically like, you know, playing softball with me, saying like, you know, Pyro did fuck up and stuff, but it's obvious he's not this or that, which is all like true. You know, like in my situation, I, you know, immensely fucked up, completely irresponsible. But I was gonna compare Slazo's video to this video, but nah, it's because Slazo was playing such softball. I don't know, it's a difficult one, but I think like he does have to, I think it's in his best interest to do a response himself myself, whether that's on like an alt channel or something like that, because people do take video responses like a lot better. They do take it a lot better, definitely.
And so, and he was like, yeah, I don't necessarily want him to be fired, but
He's not interviewing them. He's just letting them talk without any pushback.
like, I don't want to be around him. I don't want to see him. Like, it's just really uncomfortable for me, you know? So we're like, okay, great. So like, I actually worked with him to come up with a list of like jobs that he wanted, because again, if the person who he's assisting is
This video will make anything Jimmy says have some kind of weight behind it. Wait, you said weight?
not here, like it's like, okay, well now what's
What
your
he has to
job?
do,
Like,
yeah.
so it was like we came up with everything he was interested in, like what he wanted to do and stuff like that, and moved him into a different role. And we said, hey, you won't have to see LaKoya again. We're gonna like move him completely out. It wasn't a secret. Like we moved him to a new company idea that we had. He was the only person in that company. He wasn't even on site. He wasn't working in the building. He wasn't anything like that. Like we just said, hey, we think this is a cool idea. Go figure it out. And so he went on his own to go figure that out. And then
Why is this chat saying Soggy is uncredible? Because there is literally none of that, and it certainly shows more evidence than anything we've seen so far from Dogpack. Yeah, I think they just don't like that he's like kind of defending MrBeast. They just interpret it as like glazing. I mean, I've said multiple times, I don't know how many times I got to say it, like he hasn't cleared MrBeast. There's still a lot of bad stuff that he's done that he needs to be held accountable for, which Soggy himself has even said in the video, by the way. Like, it's not a clear home run, you know? Because when he did the Lunchley roast in the beginning, I was kind of like, oh, he's so doing that to like cover himself so this doesn't seem like a glaze, and then he proceeds to glaze. But to be fair, in some of the examples, he basically has said like, oh no, he's actually fucked up. He needs to like take accountability for this.
And the assistant worked with us for a long time, and then when he wasn't here anymore, I think it was like almost a year after the assistant like had, you know, chosen to do whatever he wanted to do. Then we were like, okay, we'll bring LaKoya back to help, because at this point there's no conflict anymore. So that's really what it was. Like it was no, oh, we're gonna go hide LaKoya over here, and like, I mean, even
4-hour React Andy. No, I know, it's crazy. It's crazy how long this video is. And after this, I gotta go record Fear and Hunger as well.
now LaKoya doesn't work for us anymore.
Most of the time he was there was consumed in trying to get an Apple Vision Pro.
Any weird stories?
Hey Pyro, I wanted to say that in the Johnny Somali video, there is a very visible, nasty, disgusting stain on your front teeth. Please make sure to brush your teeth every day, you repulsive furry twink.
I don't have a stain on my front. What are you talking about? I don't have a stain on my front teeth. Shut up.
Circulating or whatever of something Dawson did at the company, or
I heard that he told the chef that his food was trash.
I heard that story too, yeah. And then he like denied it in a video afterwards, and I thought
Soggy rode his high horse of investigative integrity and then took Chucky's word as fact. I at least have the integrity to call allegations allegations. I never talked about Chucky. Mr. Breast has security cameras all over Studio C. If they can find footage of me ever insulting the prep chef's cooking, I'll donate $1,000 to a charity of their choice.
Talked about that.
If MrBeast made the claims that Soggy did like how I tried to steal from the company, my lawyer would be popping champagne and doing backflips. Easiest defamation case of all time.
But,
I'm not sure how much truth there is to that, but I mean, maybe we could call him and see like, hey, this is Emily from Ideation.
Hey, Emily.
Soggy revealed that Dogpack's firing was 50 minutes long, and most of the 50-minute audio is him crying about not getting an Apple Vision Pro. I hope he releases it.
How are you?
Good.
What's your source on that, little bro? Did he say that on Twitter?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm doing alright. I'm doing alright.
Cool. Well, I'm here with Soggy. I wanted to ask you, I have a question to ask you about Dawson, but I want to make sure you're comfortable being recorded first.
Clean your teeth? I brush my teeth twice a day, bro. What are you on about?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. So I heard a rumor circulating that Dawson told you that your food was trash. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I mean, it was the first time I actually met him. It was kind of after his tour,
you know, of our studio and such. And he actually came over, you know, tried some of the food that we had in the fridge, and then proceeded to tell me it tasted like shit, and that he wishes that we would cater more frequently.
Wow.
Because, yeah, which is fairly interesting because I'm not sure if I had introduced myself or maybe he just felt comfortable enough to tell me the food tasted like shit.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how it went.
I kind of think MrBeast is like your typical businessman. He cares so much about analytics. He sold his soul. However, I don't think he's a monster, just a boring YouTuber. Yeah, I mean, he definitely is like an analytical person, right? I like how you said I don't think he's a monster, just a boring YouTuber. Just such a good roast. Like, he's not a monster, he's just boring. So it's like, I'm a villain, not a monster.
First interaction with him, and then other than that, I really had no other interaction or wanting to have any other interaction with him after that.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. I'm really sorry to hear that, but I disagree. I think your food is great.
Thank you so much. I mean,
Recently, there was this video that started getting some traction. One of the clinics where some of the eye surgeries were happening and helping 1,000 people see for the first time. And they claimed
Brother, we now have the chef in on the drama. Holy boast.
that the MrBeast company hadn't paid for any of the surgeries yet. Can you talk a bit about that?
Essentially, when we did that video, we worked with a third party. And that third party worked with a bunch of different organizations all around the world because we were trying to spread it as far as we could, multiple countries. So we had one center third party.
I don't think I've even watched this video in its entirety. I watched like half, and then I just saw the Cold Ones video with the tattoo.
Party that we were working with, and they kind of work with all these. One of those organizations somewhere around
That was a joke, by the way. I have watched the video.
the world didn't receive the compensation, which we only worked with the third party. We paid them for 1,800 surgeries.
Oh, 1,800, so not 1,000.
Yeah. We kept going after 1,000. We just worked with them. And we actually, we did more than 1,000, but the title of 1,000 sounds a lot better. So we just says
I can't take it seriously, bro. I'm sorry. After the Cold Ones tattoo, I actually can't take it seriously.
1,000, and it looks good.
Yeah.
So we worked with that third party, and that third party, I don't know what communication error happened between them and the other organization, but some way or another, that organization ended up not being funded properly. And then when it came across our...
What about the child gambling allegations? Are you on about the lottery stuff? Are you on about the lottery stuff that was mentioned earlier? Or are you on about that app they could use? Because, yeah, they actually... I don't think we've actually looked at the app at all, right? I don't think that app has been mentioned once.
Desk that the missing loop happened. We just went around the third party we originally worked with to compensate them. And they've put out a video since talking about it.
We're doing a video where we're trying to help people.
He had the child lottery app. Did he mention it? I know he's mentioned the lottery. The app got ignored by Soggy.
Walking.
Yeah, I know about that. Yeah.
Active.
I believe the woman shouldn't be in the video. All she does is trying to prove that Dogpack is a shit person instead of giving criticism.
Partners have pulled out because of these videos.
What about the crypto allegations? I think he's purposely not talking about that because CoffeeZilla has dropped a huge video on it. That has not been mentioned at all, the crypto stuff.
There are people who will...
It's possible he just missed it because I didn't know about the app, to be honest. Yeah, it was just like a roulette app or something like that, like for kids. Slot machine app.
Not walk or...
Not roulette.
Or will have to delay in them walking because of the videos that Dogpack made.
That was
unironically, like I was getting pitched ideas like Jimmy trying every drug in existence.
That was also like a serious idea that he had.
Yeah, I joke. It again goes back to like the no, I'm joking. Because if I pitch you an idea of like Jimmy tries every drug and you're like that's sick, I'm like, yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, but if I would go like, that's kind of weird.
I'd be like, whoa,
it's a joke.
Whoa, you're taking that weird. I was just putting that in as a joke. Like, that's crazy.
How in depth he went on like how viewer psychology
He doesn't talk about the crypto because he said himself he has no idea how it works. Yeah, that's fair.
works. So he obviously knows how like every part of a video can manipulate the viewer in some way or form. And you can see that both by that video he made to apply at the MrBeast channel, but also you can see that just in the videos he made. Yeah. You know, the MrBeast, the fraud videos and stuff. He accuses the MrBeast company of really trying to psychologically target children and like manipulate children. Is there any truth to that in the ideation team? And like, did he try to bring his like skills of a viewer psychology into ideation? Did he try to do
yes to that, yes to
okay, wait. I think he's talking about
did he try to bring his like skills of a viewer psychology into ideation? Did he try to do
yes to that, yes to trying to bring his skills of viewer psychology into ideation, and also trying to like bleed it over to creative.
Yeah.
So that way we could figure out like, okay, well, you know, psychologically a near miss is going to be the craziest thing that we could do here. We should do that, which he has on his like Miro boards, where it's like the exact things that he calls Jimmy out for. If he was here for longer than a month, he would know that we were actively working at aging up our content, because that was something that we were like very cognizant of is, hey, we should make our content something that is appealing and enjoyable to like people who are older. Like who are the people that aren't watching our videos? Probably 30 to 40 to 50 to even 60-year-olds. How do we make our videos enjoyable for those guys? Yeah. So we're hitting a general audience. Now you could argue, yeah, a general audience. I mean, we need to make a video that like a 10-year-old and a 90-year-old can understand, which is the same for the challenges that we have to do in videos like that anyways. When we do a video like...
That's crazy. Trying to hit a demographic of like fetuses and then also 90-year-olds.
Ages 1 to 100 fight for blah, blah, blah. We have to make a challenge so simple to understand and easy to process that
the questions are softball. Yeah, they're kind of softball, I think.
Literal 1-year-old and a 99 to 100-year-old can...
I mean, they talked about the blindness thing, basically saying it was a problem with the third-party company, though.
Understand. Yeah. Like, we need to keep that in mind. Yeah. That's just generalizing.
I went all the way from America and back, and all I gotta
why does Jake have a cross and a tick? What does that mean?
show for it is this ugly plushie and this fart gun from Minions.
Rap.
And the interviews I held, by the way, which did clarify a lot. I think I personally...
Yeah, I think, like, it's difficult, because if this was a video to, like, God defend him, it would actually be, like, 3 hours long. But I do think the main point of this video is to disprove Dogpack and make him out to be unreliable and try to debase some of the stuff. You know, because obviously, okay, so, like, all of this is treated on the same board, but some of these have much more weight. I mean, Delaware has a huge weight compared to, you know, lifetime dog food. Like, who cares about that? And then, obviously, you know, 7 days at sea being faked compared to Ava Chris Tyson. Like, it's monumental in the difference in weight there. Probably shouldn't say that word, but...
finally realized how big of a company and how many people actually work at Mr.
I mean, to be fair, the Delaware stuff, in my opinion, was kind of, like, debased fairly well. You know, it is just like, he was a kid and he did something really stupid. He just had a lot of money.
MrBeast, it's not like a small...
The first lottery still left, like, unanswered, though, because I think it was just kind of like, should we be doing that?
People thing, as it was a few years ago. And I'm glad that the interviews clarified Jake Weddle's experience and didn't end up invalidating his personal perspective, but did add some context that it might have not been the challenge that was terrible, but he himself wasn't mentally in the best state in life at that point. But there's one... But he himself...
Is it common to feel on top of the world and yet at rock bottom at the same time for like a year?
Wasn't mentally in the best...
Getting a targeted ad for online therapy after several depressing tweets in a row is the only example of capitalism working.
State in life at that point.
Lately, I've been so confused. My thought and my emotions have been all over the place, and the isolation isn't helping.
But there's one more thing I have to clarify for everyone, and that is the illegal lottery number 1. Which, on my flight back, I finally found some proof that the first illegal lottery was in fact illegal. There was no purchase necessary in the description.
It's over. It's over. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. We actually got MrBeast on one charge. It's over, boys.
No mention of it.
Like 32 allegations debased. We got him on one. It's over.
At all. Yeah, it was illegal. And personally, Jimmy has to own up for it. Either by donating the amount of profit he made in that live stream to a charity, or by refunding everyone who bought a shirt in that stream, but that's like so many years ago, so I don't know if that's a possibility. Or do a giveaway live stream where everything is given away for free, with no merch sales attached. However, I do also want to note...
I do definitely think this video is going to be the turning point. Like... Because the minute it's like the Niagara Falls of hatred against MrBeast, this will be that turning point. I'm not saying that this is going to win everyone over, but I think this will be like the initial video to start the opposition now speaking. Because I swear to God, man, my entire recommended is just going to be full of videos saying Dogpack is a liar, Dogpack is a manipulator. I mean, I literally saw one when I searched up his name earlier. It's crazy.
That most YouTubers, including me, didn't know that you could
He can own it by going to federal prison. Okay.
do something like an illegal lottery. So since only the first one was illegal, I feel like it might have been a mistake. I don't know. I can't say that for sure. Just as the question if MrBeast is evil isn't for me to say, but that is again for you, the viewer, to decide. Because there is some shit that he should be criticized for and has to be looked into. I know Coffee.
See, this is why I think this guy's a good creator, because it's not just glaze. He is also saying that he needs to take accountability for it as well.
Zilla is doing an investigation into his crypto stuff, and once that releases, I hope that clarifies
He released it, go check it out. Yeah, he's literally promoting a video, like, looking into MrBeast.
some things. Because those are some serious allegations. And that wasn't of like stupid adolescent Jimmy, 19 years old, and hiring someone without doing background checks. That was like 3 years ago, way more recent, that he should be held accountable for if he did commit crimes with crypto. So yeah, go check CoffeeZilla's video on
Yeah, that's not good. But yeah, he's obviously not talking about it in this video because he just realizes like it's not my forte at all. I'll let CoffeeZilla do it.
that once it releases. I couldn't really investigate the crypto stuff because I don't know shit about crypto, and I didn't want to be hypocritical like Dogpack and talk about shit I don't know anything about. Because that's basically what Dawson has been doing for the past few months. I feel like Jimmy has to become way more transparent because that is how he got in all this trouble in the first place. They really have to start a MrBeast behind the scenes channel to upload behind the scenes footage there and stop with the deceptive shit.
They should definitely be more transparent there. I do think a behind the scenes channel, that'd be like a good money incentive as well, but it would also show like how the videos are made and stuff like that.
When you do a sponsor read, don't make the yellow bar go real fast at the start.
Okay, true. That was AIDS. Okay. That was one of the most manipulative things I've seen in my life. That was the video straight after Dogpack's first video came out. Like, your video would be under so much scrutiny and you chose to put that in. Notice how the bar goes halfway in under like 5 seconds and then it crawls for like the other 20 seconds.
It's hard to make the viewer believe that, you know, oh, this advertisement.
Yeah, that was nasty. That stuff was nasty.
This is gonna take long. I won't skip over it, but then at the end of it, make the visual timer suddenly run way slow.
That wasn't the first time he did it, really? But still, like, surely you'd remove it. Thank you, Lucy Max, for joining.
That's not just deceptive. I think that's pretty disrespectful towards your audience. And I know that there are still questions that you guys probably have with stuff that I just couldn't address because there is so much.
Yeah.
But I can forward you to
It's good he's saying that as well. Like, there's actually just way too much to address in a single video.
some other people who have talked about stuff that I might have forgotten in this video. You know, if you want to know some more about Beast Games and the Beast Games lawsuit, definitely check out Stucky's channel. He did a great deep dive on that, and I made many other videos on the whole Dogpack MrBeast situation. And again, once CoffeeZilla's investigation on the crypto stuff is out there, I highly recommend you to go watch that, because that'll clarify a lot of stuff that I don't know anything about. Because I trust those investigative creators 10,000 times more than I do Dawson. Instead of having competent people investigate serious accusations, he's just been throwing baseless shit at the wall and hoping some stuff sticks with the audience. He is incompetent, petty, a liar, deceptive, and after all this, I just know that he is a disgruntled employee. I've been investigating this for like the past 3 months, and I really hope that I was able to answer some questions you guys had.
I don't think this was a video to redeem MrBeast. I think it was a video to destroy Dawson's credibility. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's a fair point. Yeah, I mean, the main target of this video was actually Dogpack. It wasn't MrBeast. The Jake Weddle stuff comes back in the interviews. They tell Soggy that he was not in the right mindset and he took the situation differently. Yeah, no, we've already been over that. You must be watching an earlier part of the stream, I think.
for watching this video. Also, Jimmy, stop the collabs with Logan Paul. If you want to see some more of my interviews,
Okay, also true, also true.
or some extra additional context that I have but wasn't able to put in this video, let me know in the comments below. I might talk about it on my socials, so make sure to check those out in the description, as well as maybe post some stuff on my second channel, so make sure to check that out as well. Thank you everyone for watching. Thanks for joining my cereal bowl so I can absorb all of your fibers and nutrients, and I hope that the MrBeast drama is finally over now, because at this point, I'm sick and tired of it.
I'm actually so done with it as well, I'll be honest. I'm actually so done with it. But yeah, I think that was a good video. Is it gonna, like, win over the internet? No. I think people that hate him are still gonna hate him. I don't even think it actually debased the more serious stuff. A lot of the smaller stuff was debased. Stuff that people didn't really care about in the first place, like the dog food and stuff like that. But yeah, again, I think the point of the video wasn't to exonerate MrBeast, but more to paint Dogpack as an unreliable narrator. But yeah, Jesus. Oh. That was a watch, bro. God.